Hello, everyone, and welcome to the bonus roll, episode 19. Oh, wow, we're almost 20, ain't we, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Getting there.
So, quick, going to just knock these announcements out of the way. Real quick, does everyone wants to say hi and introduce your characters? We haven't done that in a while. Hey, Equilibrium.
Hi, I am the mage, and I play Griggum, the goblin monk of the Selesnya Enclave, who's just a tiny bit drunk.
I'm Merle. I play Rael Corvino, cleric and member of the Simic Combat, and almost certainly about to die when we start playing.
No.
Hi, I'm Tux. I play Faradir, the Simic Ranger. And we'll see how it goes.
I'm Ingrid Corvidae, the warlock with the erstwhile patron in the Golgari.
So, a couple quick background things. As always, the background music you're hearing is provided by Sirenscape. We are actually...
Which I need to turn on.
Hmm?
Which I need to go turn on. Whoops.
I love you,
I
sis.
forgot one thing. I have my pseudo-dragon stats up even.
Wow. Okay, so we are starting to be picked up on podcast networks right now. We don't have all of our backlogged episodes up, but we are working on getting them up. You can now find us on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Radio Public by searching for The Bonus Roll. We are only going to have the Second Sight Agency campaign up because GM's Brew is a little bit more me interacting with y'all, and so doesn't work too well in a podcast format. As we get other games started up, we will hopefully get them uploaded as well. I will keep everyone informed. Episode 20, next week, we are going to be doing a Q&A episode. So if you haven't sent in any questions, go ahead and send them into thebonusroll@gmail.com or tweet them to @bonusroll on Twitter, or just whisper the Twitch page. If no one asks any questions, it's fine. We'll just chat for 30 minutes about what it means to hold a shard of probability in your hand whenever you roll a die. Or something. What's that moving in the background behind you, Ziz? Oh. Someone did some art.
Box. It's got our logo from Yara to the best of my ability with a very cheap wood burner on it.
Nice.
Ta-da!
It came out really nice, hon.
That was our little crafting meeting yesterday.
I showed it earlier on last time on stream, but Ziziva made me my little dice box too, and I have to reorganize all my dice in it now because I poured them out of my hand. No.
And Tex has my old one.
The itty bitty one?
The itty bitty one.
Well, geez, now I feel like a chump for having bought mine.
Well, technically we bought these two, we just assembled them.
Yeah, you went the IKEA route.
Pretty much. I will give you that.
A little more, DIY than IKEA, but...
So, as I am going to be traveling as I'm going to be traveling home still, or traveling back to temporary stream base 3, we will not be having a game on the 1st. Blame Thanksgiving traffic or the commuter experience. I mean, it's up to you. Hey, follow us on Twitch, please. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. If this is happening way in the future and I've managed to get us all caught up and you're listening to us on a podcast app, leave us a rating, please. Let's see, I think that is all the announcements that I needed to get done. Did anyone have anything they wanted to plug, say, or brag about?
I
I see you fidgeting
I already
there.
did.
Okay, so we last left off. Y'all had a relatively nice dinner party. Rail had interesting conversation with a Devkaran mage. Did not go quite as nicely as he had hoped, but still went fairly nicely, I think.
Fairly well.
Walking back to the inn, y'all were ambushed. Rail taking a significant amount of damage because sneak attack plus other factors, and then roughly poisoned. Y'all turned around to see a figure in a billowing blue and black robe with a hood up and just a blank shadow for a face, drawing two swords with slight black patterning on the edges.
Was I feared during that
Yes,
moment, or what?
you were
Yeah, okay.
feared, and you currently still are feared for the next 10 rounds.
All right, like.
So, I think depending on how y'all are going to react to this, either way, I think we should probably roll initiative.
Most certainly.
Yep. Let's see how this goes.
So, let me know if you roll higher than 20.
First, I have to find a D20.
I mean,
That's not a D20.
I got a 10. I don't know about you guys.
I've got like 3 D20s in here. Why can't I find any of them?
This is why you shut up beforehand.
So here's the funny
12.
part.
No,
Watcher's
13.
rolling for initiative too, and his is higher than mine.
Okay. Alright.
13 for Rail.
Rail is 13.
16 for Watcher.
18.
Okay. 18 for Fairdeer.
Does that mean I go last?
I'm 7, so
Oh,
probably I'm going last.
all right. What's important is that someone can probably unfear me. It's like, maybe.
Okay. And just to confirm, Reeve and Kay were left at the dancer's skirt, and y'all took your weapons to a dinner party.
Ish.
I only took my sickle.
Weapons, yes. Armor, no.
Okay.
I took extraction dagger and regular dagger.
I left my kitchen knife dagger because I figured it didn't look very classy. Even though it's a nice chef knife dagger.
Okay. Just checking. Okay. So at the top of the initiative, Fairdeer, you're first.
Mm-hmm.
Figure is about 20 feet away from y'all, because she hit rail, disengaged, and then backpedaled.
Okay. I should have checked this. Hold on. Hunter's Mark, I believe, is a bonus.
Yep.
Yes. So, I think I'm going to do is cast second level Cure Wounds on Rail. And then for my bonus, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the shadowy figure.
Might I comment that?
Go ahead.
Might I comment that this is some reading music for a battle?
Oh, right. Every time. You can't if you
It really
cast a spell as a bonus action or an action, you can only cast a cantrip.
Okay.
So, do you want to cast Hunter's Mark on her, or do you want to cast Healing on Rail?
I think I'd rather go with healing.
Okay. Second level healing. Go ahead and mark that off and roll your dice.
Do I roll or he roll?
You roll, because you're the one that casts the healing.
You have chosen poorly.
We're not awkward at this. We're professionals. We do this all the time.
It's gonna be.
The only thing I am is a pain profession. The only thing I do professionally is GM and be a pain in the ass.
That was sarcasm, though.
Everything is sarcasm.
Yeah, I mean, you're a professional screw up.
14.
14. Okay, Rail, you heal 14. And what were you going to do with your bonus action since you... your main action since... Wait, healing word or cure wounds?
Cure wounds.
Okay, so you move over to Rail and touch him to cure him. Because cure wounds is a touch spell.
Yep.
Okay, so you're standing next to Rail, you touch him, heal him, you have a bonus action still if you have anything you can do with it.
But I can't cast Hunter's Mark as my bonus action?
They're both leveled spells. You can only cast a cantrip if you cast a leveled spell. Because otherwise it's kind of like, I cast Magic Missile, and then I cast Quicken Magic Missile. Is a little broken.
Overpowered.
I mean, to be fair though, like with the quicken stuff, you can only do that so many times. There are some spells that do have act as a bonus action, and being able to spam those back to back is the thing that we're trying to limit. It's like,
Yes.
I take a defensive position.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. But yeah, no, blame the action economy.
yeah. Like there are some apparent workarounds, but the main thing is if a spell can be cast as a bonus action, you can only use cantrip.
Yeah, I can link you to the rule later. Okay, so then next, Ingrid, what is Watcher's dexterity?
+2.
Okay, so Watcher and the Ghost Cloak act on the same turn, but I'm going to go first since the Ghost Cloak has a higher dexterity.
Okay.
Okay, so she sees Faradir move over to Rail and heal him. Faradir, Rail, that doesn't cure your magic block. She is going to run forward and take her first sword swing at Faradir, having seen him perform magic. So let's see here now. That is a 17 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. That is... She doesn't get her sneak attack. Because, yeah. Still. Where are you at? There you are. Oh, wow. I rolled minimum. Okay, you take 4 damage. Make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Good luck.
Okay.
You know,
21.
our little health overlay, the little icon totally blocks Rail's health.
Okay.
Oh well.
So I'm
Problem
sorry.
for another day.
I didn't hear what your Constitution roll was.
21.
21? Okay. So that's only half. You end up taking another 6 points of poison damage. Wow, I am rolling low so far. Maybe a good sign for y'all. Okay. And you don't feel your magic cut off. So she is going to make her second attack. 17 again.
Hits.
Okay. Let's see here. That is... Wow, another minimum damage. Another 4 damage from the hit, and make another Constitution saving throw.
That would be a 4.
4? Okay. So...
Oof.
You take... Oh, that is much better. Let's see this. That's... You take 13 points of poison damage, and you feel your magic cut off for the next minute.
How many rounds is that?
10.
10 rounds.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here. That was her main action. She is going to use her bonus action to disengage and fall back 10 feet. Alright. Let's see here then. Okay, Watcher is acting on the same round. So while this is happening to Faradir, he's getting like slash. Oh, ow, that burns. What's Watcher doing?
Watcher was heading towards Rail, but Watcher's going to head to above Faradir, uncap the little potion bottle and dump it on his head.
Which potion is this? Is this the last main potion?
The greater healing.
Okay. You're administering it, but I'm going to go ahead and have Faradir roll the healing since he's the one that's taking the potion.
4d4 plus 4, I believe.
Yep.
And then Watcher's going to fly back and settle at my neck and crouch and be kind of nervous. I don't think Watcher likes going off on his own in battle.
Okay, so that brings it to Rail's turn. Rail, you got healed by Faradir, and then he got kind of hurt. Your magic is still cut off for another 9 turns.
9 rounds. Yeah. I am going to hide.
Okay, you're in the middle of the street. So you're going to have to move off to one of the side and kind of duck behind like one of the buildings or in an alleyway to hide.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and...
There's not...
Yeah. So y'all watch Rail just kind of for an alleyway. Go ahead and make a hide check for me.
All right. That is...
Can I attempt to help by distracting?
You've already used your action. Well, yeah, it's not your turn.
That is a 27.
27? Okay. God damn.
27. Rolled a 19.
Okay, that's going to make it hard for her to hunt you down. All right.
Exactly. That's the idea.
Okay, Griggum, you are now up. You are feared. You cannot move towards her, and any attack rolls you make are at disadvantage.
Right. I'm running away. And I am climbing the nearest building.
Okay. Make an athletics check for the climb. I'm going to assume you're heading in the same direction as Rail was.
Pretty much. It's like athletics. Ooh. That's a 5 with a 1.
5. Okay.
Yeah,
so
that
6.
one's still hitting him.
So, Rail sprints off into like the alleyway and kind of ducks behind something. Griggum follows behind him, like looks around, starts scrabbling at the wall, jumping and trying to.
He's climbing, and after 5 inches he falls.
Yeah, it's like scrabble, grab at it. Like shit. Okay, so I'm going to say that was your move to get over there and your action to climb. So you got a bonus action still if you want.
Nimble escape.
Okay.
Hide action.
Go ahead and roll hide.
Barrel.
Get away
17.
from the pointy, hurdy things.
Give me that number again.
17.
17? Okay. So, Rail has just gone invisible in the alleyway. You're like, shh, and hiding, like, in the barrel that's, like, just kind of sitting out there for some reason. Ingrid, you're up.
So, I'm going to put on my armor of Agathis.
Okay.
I'm going to just look over at her and go, is this something we can talk about?
Make a persuasion roll. And armor is an action, right?
Yeah, it's an action.
Okay.
Okay, let me double check what it is. 16.
Okay, that's good enough.
Whatever happened to the Miranda rights or whatever the law mages use.
Miranda isn't here right now.
Just stay there though, because it kind of undermines my can we talk about this if I go run off. So I'm gonna stay where I'm at and kind of get eye contact and just wait and see.
It's very hard to make eye contact with a face that's just completely obscured by
Yeah.
black shadow. You have a general idea of where their eyes probably are and are trying to make eye contact as best as you can. Alright, Fairdeer, 9 rounds left until you can cast magic again.
Okay, question.
Mm-hmm.
For extra attack,
Yep.
would that main hand or offhand?
That's main hand.
Okay. So I will do that with the extraction dagger. I don't know if that makes any difference, but
Yeah, it forces her to make a con save.
first attack is damn. Good. Hold on. Right, I never printed out my new sheet.
No
Sorry.
worries.
That's what I want.
Oh man, I'm so glad to have two
Exact
monitors again.
13. 16 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
It's 3. 5.
5. Okay. What is the difficulty check on the extraction dagger? It's been a day and a half.
Don't know. 12.
Okay. That you like slash the dagger, and there's like a sound as the knife cuts into their forearm, and one of the rubies on one of the diamonds on the hilt turns red.
Okay, follow-up swing.
Go ahead.
That is a natural 20.
Okay. That'll hit. Roll damage. Don't forget to double your dice.
That's 6.
6. Okay. And another con save. Okay.
12.
You like slash and then reverse grip and backslash and get across the other arm. You're not doing a lot of damage, it looks like, but there's like sound, and the second ruby on the hilt turns red. Or the second diamond on the hilt turns red. God damn.
Okay, and for the bonus action, that this is going to be my offhand dagger, which is
Okay.
normal.
Okay, remember you don't add your modifier to your damage on this one.
Okay, so that's 11 plus. So sorry, 6. So 17.
17, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
2.
2? Okay. So, Ingrid, you're the only one not hiding, so you're the only one that gets a clear look of Faraday being a genuine badass as he runs up to the ghost cloak, slashes it across both arms, and then with his offhand gives it just a cut straight across the chest.
And a suit with mushrooms on it, just so that we have the full picture.
Okay, so Watcher and the Ghost Cloak are on up. She has the higher dexterity, so I'm going to go first. Let's see here now. She is going to take the disengage action, run past Faradir, and charge at Ingrid, making a short sword attack. Oh wow, that was low. 8, 9, 14.
That's what I have right now without my armor, though.
Okay. Meter beat, so that is 6 damage. And make me a Constitution saving throw.
And also 15 damage to her.
Mm-hmm.
20 for my Constitution saving throw.
Okay. So that's only half. That's 4, 5, 6. That's 7 poison damage as well. You don't feel your magic choke off, though.
How much was that total? Sorry. It was 6 and 7?
Yes. Alright. So she swings down, and as the sword point, like, hits your shoulder, you feel it bite in, and there's just, like, a burst of freezing energy off of you. Like, it looks like a snow spray that just engulfs her front. She, like, takes a step back and then with her offhand swings the blade out again. That's another 14. Wow, I'm rolling like a lot of like numbers same after the other.
Because those two damages were together,
Mhm.
and they took away 13 hit points, and I get I did my hit points wrong because I didn't add the armor yet. But the spell is 3rd level, so I had I believe 15 temporary hit points.
Okay.
So she should take cold damage again for 50.
Okay.
Oh.
We
just
just
lost.
Hold on a second. Going to just transition us. And
She hit them so hard it destroyed her interface.
Alright, so yeah, she's completely offline. Oh, there we go.
Welcome back.
She's not in yet. Let's give her a second.
Discord crashed on me, but I should be back.
Hi. Okay,
And
so you okay?
So I think the first time I'm only down 3 hit points, but the first time I was down to 3 temporary hit points left,
Mm-hmm. And then so I haven't rolled damage.
Yeah, so I should be at...
You're at 3
46.
Okay. So the 14 will hit. She'll take the 15 damage from the armor. You will take... finally I rolled more than minimum. 5, 6, 7... 8 damage from her attack. And then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, let me get the -5 applied after the temporary hit points. It didn't apply right. Okay. And Constitution saving. Probably not looking good. Only an 8.
8. Okay. You take another 4, 6, 8 points of damage, and you feel your magic choke off.
Oof.
I'd have probably lost my hex if I put it on her either way after an attack or two. You said how many points of damage?
4,
5?
5, 6, 8.
8, okay. Got it.
Okay, and that ends her turn. She used her bonus... Wait, has she used her bonus action? Yeah, she used her bonus action to disengage. So... Yeah, that uses her movement, her action, and her bonus action. So she's done. Let's see here. That puts on Watcher now.
Well, Watcher, since he's right there in front of her face anyway, is going to use his action to distract her by making screechy, clawy sounds as a help action and dragon shrilling.
Okay, so Watcher just kind of launches off of your shoulder and around her head.
Yeah.
Okay, Rail, you are up. You are hiding.
I am hiding. I'm debating if I should try something simple or something complicated that might be cool.
Go for cool. Always go for
Okay.
cool. I don't know why this is a question.
So I have my Documenter's satchel on me.
Mm-hmm. Because you always carry your work briefcase to dinner party.
Well,
You
I left
never-
my armor at home, not my other items.
He left his armor at home, not his dignity.
Exactly. All right. Would it be at all possible for me to attempt to sneak up on her and put it over her head?
Okay, you got a stealth roll, so you're out of her line of sight. She's hidden. You can definitely move into her range behind her. I'm going to treat this as a grapple.
Would Watcher's disruption give advantage since it's the next attack?
Yeah, I'm going to treat this as a grapple, but instead of using athletics, I'm going to ask you to first make me a stealth roll to see if you can move over there without catching her attention.
Oh, shoot. I just lost some dice. Okay, so stealth roll, don't fail me now. That is a 23. No, 24. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, she doesn't notice you as you creep over. Make me just a straight dexterity roll. Because this doesn't really fit under
Dexterity.
athletics and it doesn't really fit under acrobatics, and those are the only two I can think of that would work for them. That would make sense to.
All right. Do I
Sleight
have
of hand?
advantage?
Yes, you have advantage. What was the question, Tux?
Maybe sleight of hand, kind of.
It's really more for like picking pockets, tying ropes, small, subtle movements.
Yeah.
I was just thinking being able to do the motion to get it up and over without in one.
Ooh. That is a 22.
Okay, well, apparently that doesn't matter because that well beats her. Okay, so you come up behind her, you like, and there's like just a rain of like ink and scraps of paper from the pockets down along her body as you pull the hood over her head. So
Don't fuck with a clerk.
she is blinded now. Okay, so
Sure.
that's action and movement. Do you have a bonus action you want to take?
Let's see. That wasn't an attack with any. I can't cast any spells, so nope.
Okay.
Headbutt. Seriously.
It wasn't an attack, so he can't.
Yeah, he used
Can't
his
do
action
two-weapon fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Okay. So, Griggum, you are hiding in a barrel in the alleyway that Rail was in. You see him run past you, holding a bag, and he just like over the woman's head or the figure's head.
All right, and I'm still afraid.
Yep, for another 7 turns as I count.
All right. It's like, well, I'm gonna take this moment. It's like to act upon my panic and start throwing darts at her.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have disadvantage on your attack roll.
But doesn't
Do
he
I
have
have
advantage
advantage?
from her being blinded?
Blinded. Yeah.
Let me check blinded condition.
Yeah. I was like,
I know
I was
it
gonna
gives you
say.
disadvantage on attacking. I don't remember if it makes you easier to hit. Come on. Blinded. Blinded. Yep. Yeah, you got advantage on it.
So it evens
So
out.
I opened up that when
Yeah.
when I went hiding.
Okay,
I
so
wasn't being cowardly. I was being strategic.
so you have advantage, but you also have disadvantage, so it straightens out to an even roll.
Right to an even roll. I was like, not only that, but I am a level 5 monk now. I get to attack twice.
Yep.
Hey.
So I was like, let's go with these die. I'll just roll both the attacks here now. I was like, okay, we've got ourselves a 17.
That'll
as
hit.
well. Yeah, it's like, and then the other attack is a 25. I was like,
Yep, that'll hit too. Roll damage.
alright, like, so damages here are going to be like d4 plus 4. First one's a 6.
Okay.
Second one is an 8. It's like,
God damn. So while she's like grabbing at the bag that Rail pulled over her head, you like, oh shit, grab 2 darts from your belt, toss them at her. They like tunk tunk as they both stick into her sides.
and then I use the.
Oh, go ahead.
And then I use hide as a bonus action because
Okay.
I'm a goblin.
Go ahead and roll hide again.
Would
15.
that be at advantage?
Wait, do I get a bonus because she can't see?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's still going to be 15.
Okay. Alright, Ingrid, you are up. You are poisoned and unable to use magic for the next 9 rounds.
Okay, so we've seen faceless masks faceless robe things before. Do these look exactly like those or different?
Make a history check.
15.
This looks exactly like a ghost cloak, like the ones that y'all saw in the Demir Transit Hub.
I would like to non-lethally slash at across
Ankle.
like the back of her calves with my scythe, if
Okay.
possible.
You have advantage on that because she can't see.
$17 to hit.
That'll hit.
It doesn't do much though. 3. And as I kind of like lean in to go down, I'm going to be like, I recognize your cloak. Asham sent us to the city. Can we talk?
Make a persuasion roll.
Natural 20 plus 7.
Okay. We'll see what happens on her turn.
Okay.
Faradir, you're up.
Sorry, I need to. Horses. Okay, so just out of curiosity, how does grappling work exactly?
You make
Athletics.
an athletics or I think an acro. Wait, yeah, no, you make an athletics check. Let me pull up the exact thing because I know it's you make an attack, but instead of doing damage, you try and grapple, and then they try and resist. They can try and break free with a athletics or dexterity. Everything is.
What about disarm? Or is that? Yeah.
Disarm is I would do it as a modification of the grapple roll. Same basic concept. Okay.
Yeah.
Why is everything going so slow? Come on, just let me search.
Yeah, like, as far as I can remember, disarm is like a particular maneuver for fighters or something like that.
Yeah, there is a disarm maneuver that battle masters can take. But it's not so much outside the realm of thought of hey, I'm going to knock this weapon out of their hand.
I can understand disarming if the person's on their toes, but since this person has a bag under their head and being distracted, I figured it would be within the realm of possibility.
Yeah, no, it's just my thing is being really slow, and so I'm having to buy time while it loads.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to look it up, but the dex is not helpful.
So here we are. So, let's see here. You're targeting to make a grapple check and make an athletics check contested by... Okay, yeah, you make the athletics check, and then she's either athletics or acrobatics. So go ahead and make an athletics check.
Will this be at advantage?
She can't see you, so yes. God damn, that bag was clutch.
That would be a...
So far, though, she's done the most damage to herself via my armor.
18, and I'm specifically going for her right or main hand.
Okay. Let's see, it's 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12, yeah. Okay, so, you just kind of smack the weapon out of her hand. There's, a clatter as it drops to the ground. Alright, you got another attack action. Or, you took grappling, so you have another attack since you have multiple attacks.
Okay, I'm going to try to do it to the offhand.
Okay, the same thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Oof. That would be a 9.
9. That is a natural 1.
Ooh, that's shiny.
So, you smack the first weapon out of her hand, you come up and you smack the other weapon out of her hand. They both clatter to the ground with, and so, let's see here. I believe you have a bonus action still.
And I can't do a regular, grapple, try to assist Rail in
You
Not
could kick
Like
a
I'm
weapon
out of
away.
not with like a bonus action. That's really more of
Okay,
a
I'm
main
gonna
action.
kick. I'm going to try to kind of doing a very wide kick both weapons sort of away.
You kind of you
If that makes sense.
You kind of sweep the floor with your foot, casting the weapons about maybe. I would normally have you roll a strength check for
A
this.
few
but that's-
feet
yeah,
either
you're
side.
not. It's abstract. You knock them like 5 feet away, just with a
Sure.
quick kick. All right, so Watcher and the Ghost is up. Let's see here. So that's 5 rounds in. So can't see that because of the bag. She's been disarmed. No one's actually grappling her though. Okay. She is.
Wait, Rail isn't grappling?
Rail put a bag over his head. He didn't grab her.
Oh,
Over her head,
I
not
wasn't
my
aw-
own head.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that.
So she's going to grab the bag and pull it off. I'm assuming, Rail, are you trying to keep it in place or anything like that?
Yeah, I would think so.
All right. Do me. We're going to do your athletics versus her acrobatics. Try and get out. Oh, that
Oof.
is 18.
And I can't assist.
You can assist her if you want.
I can't assist him.
No.
That is
Y- you-
going to be a 14.
If you're in combat, if you're going to help someone, you have to use the help other action.
Since she started out blinded,
Oh.
does he still get advantage?
He's not being attacked.
Nah,
He's not attacking.
yeah.
He's just trying to keep it in place.
Okay.
That wouldn't, like, elicit attacks of opportunity or anything like
She
that, would
hasn't
it?
moved out of range.
Right.
She's
Okay,
literally
so yeah,
just
I-
like grabbing the bag with one hand, ducking, pulling it out, and ducking under it.
Yeah, I rolled a 14, so
Okay.
nope.
So, as she does that, you can see that her hood has fallen back, and it is a bald female Videlkin. She.
Wait, what?
It is a bald female Videlkin, the blue skin people.
Yeah, I know.
Unexpected.
This is Griggum being like, wait, what?
Okay. She takes the disengage action as her bonus action, runs over to her weapons, grabs them, sees them, and starts running down the street away from you. And I think we're now into a chase scenario.
Watcher's up next. Watcher's following.
Okay.
And pestering her.
All right. Using the 8
Hey.
other, or just...
No, like, hey, who are you? Hey, she said she wanted to talk. Hey, come back here. In emoticons.
It's just a series of emojis flashing through her mind that she's doing her best to ignore. All right. So she's running away. Since we're abstracting this, y'all have... I'm going to roll a d6, and that is the number of rounds y'all have to try and stop her before she manages to escape, okay?
Alright.
Okay.
1. No, okay.
4.
Like-
Okay. Because that went way better for y'all than I expected, and that bag maneuver was clutch. So,
Yeah.
she's sprinting away.
I do love it.
She will get away in 4 turns if y'all don't do something to prohibit that. Watcher is following along behind her and kind of like blasting her with poop emojis. Rel, you're up. Your bag has been dumped out on the floor.
I'll leave it there for the moment. I am going to use my channel divinity to gain proficiency with athletic,
You
Okay.
can't.
and then I'm gonna
It's not a
book it
spell.
after her.
Oh, okay.
It is not a spell.
Okay.
And yeah, chasing.
Go ahead and make an athletics roll.
All right, with proficiency.
Okay.
Oof. 10.
10. All right. So, like, I'm not the best at this, and kind of like take off after her, you feel like, okay, you pull from the Aether the idea of like running form and sprinting and how to breathe and stuff like that, but it hasn't quite kicked in all the way yet. Still, you're managing to keep pace with her pretty well. Let's see here. That was action movement. Did you have something you wanted to use for a bonus action?
I don't have anything I can use.
Okay, Griggum, you're up.
Man, I need to take that
Okay.
second level of rogue.
Here's the big question. Like, can I roll to recognize this person? Like,
Sure, go ahead. Make it at disadvantage because you are hiding in an alley.
right. Like, what am I rolling with? Like,
Oh, history.
history. Apparently I have a 0, and all that drinking is of me wanting to forget shit, but let's see what happens. It's like 6.
No, blue-skinned woman, bald.
Yeah, no, it's like I've hung out with them more often. You'd think I would be able to tell the difference, but no. It's like I'm a goblin. It's like
Aw.
no, seriously. Like, can you tell two goblins apart? No, you can't.
Fantasy racism.
Yeah,
That's racist.
Speciesism?
yeah, but I'm a goblin. It's like,
Sure.
it doesn't have to make any sense because it's racism. Shouldn't make sense. It's like because it's wrong.
Fair enough.
Okay,
So
so that's your action.
I'm stuck between trying to take to the rooftops and not approach, but keep distance with her. It's like because I can't really do anything else.
I mean, technically, he could just be a lookout. Right?
You're feared you can't move towards her.
You could pick up my bag, which I had to leave behind.
I mean, at this point, like, how far away is she?
She's moved her full movement speed, so she is at 35 feet away.
Okay, so I'm gonna have a hard time chucking stuff at her. Like,
Yeah.
that's even with ideal weaponry like darts. It's like 20 to 60. I think that's within range. And it's like I don't understand how to read the distance.
You're at disadvantage if she's more than 20 feet away from you.
What's the 60-foot?
Absolute failure. No chance at all.
Okay. I figured that the minimum had to be 20 feet, and 60 I could not go over. It's like
Anything up from, if you're within 5 feet of a target, making a ranged attack is at disadvantage. So anything from 5 feet to 20 feet away with the dart is made as a regular roll. Anything from 20 to 60 feet is made at disadvantage. And anything beyond 60 feet is like your projectile just can't go that far.
Well, I'm at a disadvantage anyway, so I
Yeah.
may as well just
Chucks
Might
to
as
shit
well
at
Go
her.
for it.
yeah. No, wait, I can't because I did my action. It's like
Yeah.
shit on shingle.
dang.
Like, I guess I'm just going to climb straight up.
Okay, make an athletics roll for the using your movement to climb.
Okay, here goes. That's 23.
You're like,
Hey.
it's like, oh, okay, she's right. Okay, shit. Look around. It's like, oh, there's handholds. Okay, and then start scaling the side of the wall up onto the rooftop.
Like, I know I can't really do much while she's in my line of sight, but I want to keep her in line of sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do the whole lookout thing. We have Spy's Murmur for me to
Yep. Shout
At least-
positions and stuff.
yeah, shout out. Yeah.
Okay. So then that puts it at Ingrid's turn.
How close were you to her, Rail?
He is about 10 feet
Not
behind her.
sure.
Okay, I was right by her before, so I should be able to get pretty close if I do my movement, right?
She moved 35 feet. I think your movement is 30?
I was on the other side of her across from Rail, though, so
Yeah.
I don't know if I was closer or further.
You
Also,
may...
that didn't provoke any attacks of opportunity?
She disengaged.
Okay. Making sure.
Yeah, that's the whole reason to be a rogue, is to be able to disengage as a bonus action.
I'd like to get as close as I can. I don't know if that's within 5 feet or not, but I'd like to get as close as I can.
Okay.
And I would like to throw some spores from the spore pouch on her and tell her, stand still, that zombie fungus. Unless you want to loose spores as those grow and climb up to the top of the cavern and splat yourself to help spread them, let's have a talk. But they're not really zombie fungus. They look really close to it.
Okay, so we got a couple things that we're doing here. You can do the movement, no problem. You're not running after her, so you're not going to need to make an athletics roll. Make a dexterity check. Sorry, make an attack roll using your dexterity. I'm treating this as a finesse weapon, but because it's not about, chunking a huge piece of metal.
So would they have my proficiency in dexterity or just dexterity?
Just dexterity. You don't have proficiency in improvised weapons.
Only 13 then.
13?
You don't have proficiency in fungus toss.
You would think that would be something she would pick up proficiency in pretty early, but...
Straight up pocket fungus.
Alright, so you grab a handful of the spores, you fling the cloud, and she kind of rolls to the side away from it before any of it lands on her. You can still do your whole little speech if you want, and roll deception.
Yeah, I'll just say it's the spores for it.
Yeah. Sure. Make a deception roll.
Non-natural 20.
She kind of slows down and stop. Wait, no, it's not her turn. Sorry. We will get to her turn. We'll see what happens by the time we get to her turn.
Okay.
Fairdeer, you're up.
Okay, so, while she's tumbling, can I go for the legs? Grapple?
You're racing after her as well?
Yeah, but 30 movement.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was just confirming that you were following her instead of staying back there with Griggum. Okay, make a athletics check to try and tackle grab her.
That will be a non-natural 20.
Let's see here. Her acrobatics roll is... Oh, that is shite. Okay, that's 11. As she's coming up from the roll, you just and just leap on top of her.
Kind of just tackle her and grab her legs from under her.
So
I'm going to be holding the legs.
You successfully have her grappled. Her movement speed has become... I think grapple drops her speed to 0. Hold on. Come on. I don't know what's going on. D&D Beyond is super slow today.
Yeah. And as my extra attack or whatever, I want to put a foot on the blade and kick it away again.
Okay, well, she sheathed the blades.
Oh.
So...
Okay. Does it have a belt or something?
Yeah, she has a belt on that the blades are, the sheaths are attached to. Alright,
okay,
so yeah, her speed is 0.
I guess a dexterity attack to grab the belt buckle and fling it away.
This is actually something that sleight of hand would be used for as you're undoing someone's clothes. After tackling them in the middle of the street, late at night.
PG-13 game, guys.
Wow.
PG-13 game.
While being a literal tentacle monster.
So I get advantage, right?
I'm going to give you advantage just for the situation.
Okay, that is a
Okay.
full 20 for a combined total of 23.
You successfully remove her belt.
I'm gonna admit,
My belt now.
that was brilliant. It's like not even missing a beat. It's like going through all the conditions. It's like just to spell out what kind of situation you're in. And then saying, so I get advantage, right?
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I'm
nightmares.
putting that belt like over shoulder, under shoulder. Like
need,
that
like,
stuff is mine now.
We need like a segment of all the stuff that makes us laugh so hard.
You could edit his wiki and put that on his page.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet nightmare. Okay, give me a second to catch my breath. It's her turn. She's going to try and squirm free, so it's a contested athletics check for you versus her acrobatics.
Do I still take advantage or just single?
It's straight up at this point.
Okay, fair enough.
That is 24.
Yeah, can't do that.
Okay, so you fiddling with her belt to get it off, pulling it off. She elbows you in the jaw. You're like, ah, and at that she slips out from under you and is back off, running. So
But
that's
with no
huh?
Did she lose half movement for getting up?
She lost half her movement for getting up. She is unarmed, so she's only able to move about 35 divided by 2,
15, 16.
16.
No, actually, it'd be about 17.
17, yeah. Only able to move about 17 feet. So she moves about 15 feet, but that was a really good move. Alright, so she's back free. She is running. She can... Oh, wait, no, she can. She uses her bonus action to dash, because motherfucking rogues. And
God damn it.
runs another 35 feet.
Rogues.
Okay. So, let's see here now. That brings it to Watcher.
Watcher's just using his movement and keeping up with her, and he is looking for town guards and stuff on the way that he can alert.
He has a 40-foot fly speed, right?
Let me see the speed. Fly is 60 feet.
60 feet? Yeah, he's having no problem keeping up with her.
Not bad.
Yeah, he's circling, looking for guards he can ping, looking for Rithen, but doesn't think he'll find him.
What's up, Fader?
So it's been 3 rounds since the first combat action.
Yes.
And we're still on the first round
Of the
the
escape, yeah. And y'all...
Okay, cool.
Y'all stopped her cold a couple times, but she's scrambled free.
Yeah. I just want to make sure because of the spell locks.
Okay, yeah, no, I've been tracking it. You have 7.
Yep.
Rail is your turn. You have 6.
Yep. And she is now a good distance away from me.
Yeah, she's gone, because she got tackled right in front of you, then she moved 15, and then she moved another 35, so she's about 50 feet away from you, yeah.
So I am going to dash.
Okay, make an athletics check for me.
Okay.
Because you use the ability, and I am going to let you get the most out of it that you can.
Well, let's see. That is a 15.
15? Okay, yeah, you figured out how this, the whole leg in front of the other thing works, and you're taking off after her. Alright, your movement speed base is 30?
30 it is.
Okay, so you can catch up to her with a action in your movement. You'll still have a bonus action.
Alright, there is nothing I can do with a bonus action. Unless I can cast spells, I got nothing.
Not yet. Alright, Griggum.
Yeah, and she ain't undead, so...
Yep. Alright, Griggum, you got 6 turns of fear left. You are watching from the roof. You see, Faraday tackle her and do something with her pants, and then she kicks him and runs.
Actually, you know what? Sorry, just... What? I don't have any actions to take, but if I'm catching up with her, I'm just going to conversationally say in Vidalcan, you know, you're not going to go away from us. You might as well just stop and we can talk this over like civilized people.
persuasion roll. I love how y'all are telling her, give up, we want to talk, and then immediately one of your allies attacks her. That works really well.
I was about to say, like,
Hey,
Ooh,
Angered
that is a
herself
grapple
waited
21.
until attacked.
grapple
from
is not
persuading.
an attack. Ask
Look,
a police officer.
I was going to say, like, our first
Look, serious.
action is to pants her.
Okay, so actual
enough.
question: do I only have the belt, or do I also have her pants?
You have her weapons and her belt.
But no pants.
No pants. She still has her pants.
Okay.
You just have to keep them from falling down.
Okay, so
Um,
I need something to restrain her. I do not have rope. Hands are
have a-
restrainable.
You have the belt without
That's
the weapons, I guess.
Okay. Rael, what did you roll?
21.
21. I will keep that in mind for when it gets back around to her turn. Okay, Griggum, you're up.
So here's the thing. He's like, here's what I'm planning. He's like, I'm going to do one of two things, maybe both. He's like, I still have some of Bizenblatt's bad brew liquor.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow.
I'm thinking-
I'm going to have to pull those rules.
Yeah, it's like a part of me, he's like, figures if I'm drunk enough, I'm not going to care about fear for at least a short while.
Makes sense.
I might be able and just, suppress that for like, I don't know, a couple of rounds or so and try to make some progress forward. He's like,
Holy
other thing I've
crap,
got,
that's from Goblin
that-
Brawl.
yeah. He's like, that said, he's like, I've also got a mop bucket. He's like, I can just wedge my head into that, and then she's not in line of sight anymore.
I'm
So,
I can
what
make
you're
a
go-
run.
so let me make sure I understand this. You're going to drink a bunch, put a mop bucket under your head, and then scale down a building.
Well, I can still see my feet.
I mean, I guess technically you can't get disadvantaged twice.
okay.
No, these are my ideas. It's like, I'm going to first get down, of course, then put this plan to action. But
Hey,
Okay.
Oh.
Are you climbing down or are you jumping down?
that is a good question. I think I'm just going to jump down because I have slow fall. Like,
Okay, it's a 10-foot fall. I was about to say you have slow fall, so you should be fine. Just give me an acrobatics check to make sure you land on your feet. It's a low DC. You should be fine.
yeah, and I've got like a +7. I was like,
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, you're like, whoop! Crap, no one saw that.
So I was like, I think I'm gonna first attempt using the alcohol. It's like,
Okay, so you dig into your pouch, pull out the bottle you've been carrying around for a while. It's this
now,
solid brown bottle. It has a label on it that says, what's the name of it again? Bizenblatt's Bad Brew.
Bizenblatt's bad brew liquor. Yes.
Bad Brew liquor. You
Bad
pop
with
the
2
cork,
Ds.
and the entire area just suddenly reeks of alcohol. Like,
This is the time for liquid courage.
you take up and make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh my god. I rolled a 19 and 18.
Okay.
Now, and
Not bad.
+2, so with my 18, I rolled a 20.
Okay. You just up in the bottle. It burns like you just swallowed a fireplace. Your face goes numb. You feel like your throat and your chest just seize. Go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw to see if you can shake off the fear effects.
Plain or advantage?
Plain.
Okay, it's like, because I have to debilitate myself to do this in the first place.
Yeah.
it's not an. I'm making a roll when I shouldn't be able to, so that's the
Yes.
advantage. 19. He's like,
19, yeah. You're like, oh, fuck, I got this. It's like you just shake off the fear effect. It is done. By the way, you are poisoned and you have a level of exhaustion.
Oof.
Which will do what to me?
Basically the same
Advantage
thing.
on skill checks.
You have poison gives you disadvantage on skill checks. Exhausted gives you disadvantage on skill checks. The thing is, the poison will disappear in about an hour. The exhaustion is not going away until you take a long rest.
Okay.
Oof.
Now, here's the question: does disadvantage on ability checks count attack rolls, or is that an ability check?
Poison will give you disadvantage on attack rolls, I believe.
Okay.
Should I have been taking disadvantage on that second persuasion because of poisoned?
No, y'all aren't under the poisoned effect. Y'all are
Oh, okay. It
poisoned.
just was a magic poison. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so yeah,
The
you're
problem is overloading.
like Okay, for those who don't know, we did a series of mini games beforehand to get people used to their character. During this, Griggum encountered a Rakdos nightclub that was being set up and stole a bottle of 150 gold piece alcohol without realizing it.
Damn.
And did not follow up on the label or anything like that. So completely avoided meeting Biz and Bot, but has been holding on to the 150 gold piece bottle of alcohol for.
I was about to say 150 proof.
Sorry, 250
Good
gold.
God.
Yeah. Which at this point he has just chugged. It's like, oh, well, I have this bottle of Cristal here.
I was thinking,
Alright.
what level of stupid should I do for this? And I figured, well, I can either drink my way out of this, or I can just put a bucket over my head and get my way out of this.
Okay. So, that was most of your movement gain down. Oh, wait, no, you didn't use any of your movement gain down. You used, you jumped. So you still got your movement. You are drunk as hell. Sorry, I try not to use this phrase. You are hella drunk.
All right, now here's the thing. He's like,
And that was your action. So, yeah.
How far away is she?
She moved 35, and then she moved 60. She is 95 feet away from you.
Then 55, I think.
What'd I say?
60.
Yeah, sorry.
So what I'm gonna do is gonna be fucking hilarious. It's like, you're going to see a drunk, screaming goblin just bolt straight down the road. He's like, as I use a key point to not only to use, Step of the Wind as a bonus to dash as a bonus action. And my jump distance is doubled. So imagine at the end of this, him doing a front flip right into her face. And it's like,
Did any of these things take your action?
Drinking the alcohol did.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the same thing as drinking a potion. Okay, so you down the bottle, everything burns. Is oh my god. And then you just clench for a second. You feel the key energy racing through your now very drunk form. And then everyone else hears this sound as Kratos shots with his fists up in the air.
Naruto runs.
Streaks past you all.
Not even Naruto run. This is a full-on Rock Lee run.
No, this is
complete with stumbling and rolling forward and then riding himself
straight
into
out of anime.
He just bolts past you all
to be fair,
It's like there's missing animation frames.
to be fair, a part of me wants the picture is a little more like, what is it? Legend of the Drunken Master 2, just the straight
I was figuring arms in the air, screaming, running forward, Griggum arrives on the scene in a very noticeable fashion. Excuse me, I have to make some perception rolls now.
Can they make a wisdom roll against fear?
Your allies?
Can I now get advantage because it smells like home and very medicinal?
We'll talk about that. Okay, Ingrid, you are up. Oh, wow, that was a lot of high rolls. Huh.
Okay, 55 feet. So if I use my full run, I should be able to go like just past her and in front of her again to talk to her. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to be like, why rail? Asham sends him stuff and point to give to us and point to the earpiece.
Okay.
Unless you're from a different faction like he's mentioned, this looks just like the cloaks guarding him. So that's all she's going to do.
Okay, make a persuasion roll.
Okay. 14.
Okay. Alright, Faradir, your turn.
I cannot get up to her and do an action, correct?
She is something like 60 feet away, I think. Yeah, no, you'll take your action to dash after her.
Yeah, I'll just basically...
You still have your bonus
Can I
action.
move in and somehow assist Ingrid
You can...
in her persuasion?
It would...
Or,
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't have that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I'll just move and...
I mean, you can shout
I didn't
something.
Grapple again. Maybe.
It takes
I
his
can't
movement
grapple.
to catch up. Because she
I'm
dashed.
assuming I can't be like extra attack to...
You could run past
Do
her
some
to try
weird
to cut
thing,
off
right?
the other side.
Yeah. So she's right in front... Or, sorry, Ingrid specifically is right in front of
Yeah,
this person,
Ingrid's in
right?
front of her at this point.
So can I move in to basically get flanking / coverage?
Kind of headed her in. Okay, yeah, you can totally make that movement.
That's what I'll do then.
Okay. Let me see here. Just for edification, make me a flat dexterity roll, please.
That will be a 17.
Okay, so you come up behind her and you take up as much space, and then your arm tentacles extend out as much as you can to block off as much.
Kind of like a running back covering like a receiver.
Yeah,
if
you
that
go
makes sense.
flink, and then flink out even farther with the tentacles to cover maximum space.
And 2 new magical swords.
You think those are magical, huh? Okay.
Sure.
All right.
2 poison swords, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the ghost turn.
Hey, 3 swords.
Okay, so no one has attacked her since the last time someone went, "Hey, stop fighting. We want to talk." So as Griggum screams as he runs up, she stops, she looks around, she sees Ingrid in front of her, she sees Faradir behind her, she sighs, she pulls up the hood, reaches up above her head under the hood, pulls down another black sheet, and then turns kind of ethereal gray and starts sinking into the ground.
Watcher's turn?
Yes.
He would like to put the potion from Maine on her.
Oh, fuck.
It's right above her.
Okay,
Lucy turns
It's always
green.
good to hear the DM say.
hold on, let me pull... This is the third one, right? Because
The last one.
you've had the color inversion, and you've had the slow regeneration. Those are the 2 that have already been used, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Make a dexterity roll. It's not technically an attack, it's a used item, but make a dexterity roll for Watcher, please.
15.
Can I assist?
It's not your turn.
So,
15?
right.
That'll hit. Okay, god damn it. Okay, I have to do like 4 rolls. Bear with me for a second.
Alchemy is fun, right?
It is.
I agree.
Come on. Open up. Maybe it's my system. Everything's just going slow on my computer. I don't seem to be having much lag on the... No, this is when the DM forgets that people have potions that he expected them to take. Okay, come on.
As well as long forgotten caches of alcohol.
Okay, so... okay, first we determine the level. And of course... And then... Which effect? Really?
Catcher.
Okay. So,
Well,
all right. Hold on. Let me think
You
of how
levitate.
this. You're not too far off. The liquid kind of splashes over her. Because this is happening at the same time. Because she was turning ethereal, and then Watcher's like, nope, and yeets the potion bottle at her. As she's starting to, like, pull the ghost mask down, the potion hits her, soaks in, there's, like, she stops for a second, nothing seems to happen, and then she's not moving.
Whole person?
Well, one, y'all don't know
Well,
what the
that's-
potion effect was, but she rolled a 4 on her resist to be stunned for an hour.
Hey,
Nice.
Fairview, could you restrain her with that belt real quick?
Okay, I take the swords like way off, so that's just the belt.
Just add them to your belt.
Yes, but first things first, I tie up the legs,
Okay, she is literally like,
basically hog tie, and then over the shoulder.
you literally, you cannot move her arms. She is locked in position.
I think we should carry her down to the jail with Rithen and maybe turn this in.
Okay,
But I don't know. What
I'm
do
not sure
y'all
how this
think?
will last.
everything.
Well, first off,
As a
Rill's going to
matter of
gather
fact,
up
I still have the
his
other
satchel
sword.
because
Okay, one at a time. Rail.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I am going to gather my satchel because I don't want.
Okay. Fair Deer, what are you doing?
I guess I'm just gonna try to hoist her up and fireman carrier.
Okay, Griggum, what are you doing?
I am just gonna be shouting, "Where is she?"
Like, standing right
Oh
next to
my
her,
God.
shouting, where's she at? So,
Why are there 3 of her?
alright,
Where is Kerall?
Okay.
I need...
What I think we might want to do.
I need Rail and Fair Deer to make wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
That would be a 21.
21.
I missed my dice box. That is a. Could be worse.
It's a what?
That. You guys hear me?
I do now.
Yes.
You cut out on the number, though.
Oh, that was a 20.
Alright. The
20
enchantment
something.
over both of you snaps, and you remember the director's name is Kerall.
Oh shit!
Because
I thought this was
previously,
something else.
Okay.
Sorry.
up to this point, no one has asked you the director's name. And anytime y'all have interacted with her or thought of her, you've thought of her as the director. What y'all have been realized in this moment is you have been under the effect of a suggestion spell for a very long time to not remember that the director's name is Kerall.
Oh, shit.
Okay. That's something.
Holy fuck.
Curious as to why.
Ingrid would like to take her special cloak off her if possible.
Okay, Ingrid's special cloak off of Ingrid or the special cloak off of the Videlkin?
The Videlkin.
Make me a investigation roll.
9.
9? Okay.
Assist.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if
So
you're
roll again.
overcoming the stun of being under the effect of a long-term enchantment isn't distracting you too much, yes, you can assist. Go
I'm
ahead.
pretty used to memory
That's,
loss.
uh,
Okay.
I had to say, fair
I'm just
argument with
picking
fair
it
dear.
Okay, 13.
I'm not.
All right, 13.
This is just Thursday for me.
Okay. You kind of slip the cloak off of her, and you notice there is a thin chain around her neck with a parapet in the shape of a slender crystal with a eye etched into it.
History check.
Okay.
An eye.
Specifically as to, do I recognize this symbol?
Yeah, make a history check.
That would be a non-natural 20.
You don't recognize the symbol itself immediately, but you do, however, recognize that this is an enchanted item of some sort. And the eye symbology is frequently used with perception magic as well as illusionary and other forms.
Okay, I'm going to take that off.
And this, you pull it off, and Griggum, there is a kind of snap in the back of your head, and the I don't recognize this person vanishes, and you recognize Kerall.
You.
Really?
And after that vanishes, Fair Deer
I pass out.
and
Oh.
Rail,
Yeah.
you recognize the director.
The director just tried to.
So I have the cloak and he has the necklace, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I will. If y'all are holding on to those, I will add the ghost cloak and the forget me necklace.
For
To
now, I'm
your
holding on to it.
inventory
I
later.
don't know later.
Okay, I can give you a quick rundown on it. The ghost cloak will let you pull up the hood and, as a free action, cast minor illusion over your face to create a blank sheet of any color that you want. And 3 times per day, you can use it to turn ethereal. The Forget Me necklace makes it so anyone that knows you does not recognize you.
Fuck.
So do we take her to the jail, or do you guys have any idea of what we should be doing? Because I'm kind of at a loss right now. But she's petting Watcher, and Watcher's like all crooning and strutting.
She is frozen for like the next, say, 55 minutes at this point. Fairdeer, I would remind you that you have 2 knocks on your extraction dagger.
Yeah. What happens when I get to 3?
It is filled, but you can use the extraction dagger to learn information about things. And I'm telling you this because this is
Is there any
something
place-
you would know.
Yep.
We're taking her
It's
with
been
us.
about a minute now, so
Yeah.
the fear is off. Griggum is still drunk as fuck. Y'all all have
Oh,
your
I
magic
can use
bags.
my magic.
Yes.
With us
Well,
where?
okay, if we can use, by we I mean, Rail and I can use magic, then yeah, I'm gonna just kind of not like just like a small cut in a way. Like, do you want me to do a medicine check, but where I know that I can get like a cut that would be virtually non-lethal?
On rail?
Well, okay, so if something goes wrong,
Mm-hmm.
he or I can heal her now.
Yes.
So I would feel confident in doing an injury, but at such a rate that
Oh,
where
you
it
want
would
to
not be
learn-
lethal.
Okay, I mean, you can use
Like, I'm
the
not
two
going to be
charges.
stabbing it in her lung or something.
I mean, you already have 2 charges that you can learn information from.
Oh.
You're wanting to get
Oh,
read your magic items, people.
Yep. Well, I haven't had a chance to identify mine. I suggest we take her. Is there a place quiet and secure that we could take her to ask some pointed questions?
Damn right pointed. I was like,
I think we need to take her to a room and some way of restraining her.
I would say either out of town or to ask if we can use the jail cell. I don't think we should take her to an inn and brothel in the middle of town full of people. But I am willing to go there and grab our
Yeah.
drummets. And our gear.
Let's go for the jail cell.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Is the
then
jail
I am
closer?
going to change my plan. Someone else should grab the drummets because I should probably talk to them at the jail cell.
Yeah, is the jail close by?
The jail
I'm
is
assuming
really
we-
more of a lockup. Farkeep is a very small community. There is not a lot of crime here, and the crime that is here is generally dealt with in a more punitive manner.
Are you just put her on the drummond and go out of town for privacy? But I think, I mean, the lockup could work. It will mean other people than us will be asking questions and aware, though.
I kind of don't.
Oh, well, I have an idea for that. Rail happens to have a blanket.
You realize
Can we roll her?
Okay, let's go get the drummets. You
It's
guys
a
take her out of
knapsack.
town.
Yeah,
I'm
listen.
going to swing by and let them know we won't. You know what? I'll just go get the drummets. We'll take her out of town and we'll talk to her. Let's do that.
Can somebody please get our equipment?
Yes, I'm going to do that and grab the drummets. Is anyone
Thank
going
you.
with me? Or are y'all all staying with her?
I'm assuming you're
I
going to get
understand.
Reeve and Kay. They can probably
Yes.
help you with moving stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll go
Rail,
get her drummets and stuff.
Why don't you go with her and then with Ingrid?
No, actually, no.
um,
Y'all three, all three of you watch her. Definitely.
Just in case.
Yeah. I can't leave Watcher watching her too. Watcher's coming with me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go grab our stuff, grab Reeve, grab the Jomids,
Reeve
meet
is
them.
drinking in the tap room and hanging out with the musician.
So, hey Reeve, we need to do just
Hmm?
a short excursion out the city walls. You mind coming with us for a little bit?
Stoked. Let's do this. And he kind of like grabs his
maybe
armor and pack.
Some help with all the packs and we'll load up the Jomids?
He kind of like, shit, you want me to do shit? Okay. So he like kind of actually puts his backpack on instead of just carrying over his shoulder and helps you load up the Dromids with everyone's stuff. Leslie,
Kay.
yeah, Kay is there too. He's going, he's happy. He's been getting a lot of pets and stuff like that from people around the inn.
He's going to jump up and lick Ingrid in the face.
And he's like,
Okay, Kay, here, you help carry this pack. And she's gonna rest it on him while she walks.
Kay is going to look very happy. He's very happy to do job.
You know, we should have a D&D campaign at some point where everyone has a companion, an animal companion of some sort, and then they can go on their own little adventures. It's a side thing.
Every fourth session, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so while Ingrid is fetching everyone and everything, where are y'all taking Kerall?
Side of town to the other side than the rust monsters? Is that what we're doing? For privacy?
The other side from the rust monsters is the side with the rot farm, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how far out of town were the rust monsters?
Like, on the Dromids? 5 minutes.
Okay, we want to go past them and maybe get close to where we were ambushed by the large...
The ogres? So basically, like, almost back to the fountain.
Yeah, or at least a good point of cover past the rust monsters.
Okay.
Yeah, once she gets back, I think we're going to thoroughly tie Kerall.
In her blanket?
Sure.
So,
Okay.
Sorry, so I may have missed something. What's this blanket thing?
apparently Rail has a blanket and Kerall is doing like this, so you have something under a blanket with like an odd shape to it.
Maybe tie her and then put the blanket back. Okay, we have a plan, kind of. I'll walk so she could be on a dromid. That would probably be better.
Yeah.
I'll walk with Reeve.
Okay, so it is a little bit takes a little bit longer with y'all walking and saddling a stunned person.
I think I should be the one that walks. Because
Okay.
A, I can keep up for the most part, and B,
If I walk,
I
do
think
you
I'm
mean
too
ride the
drunk.
dog?
I think I'm too drunk to ride any of these.
And by walk, do you mean ride the dog?
I can see Grigum just like getting on K facing backwards.
Well,
Or just getting up to slide off the other side.
Anyway, we'll say it takes you roughly another. Let's see here now. Had an hour stunned. It'd been about 5 minutes to take the ghost cloak off, stuff like that. To the inn, gather stuff, come back. That's another 15 minutes. 20 minute to where y'all are away. That's 20, 30. So y'all have about roughly 15 to 20 minutes left on the stun, as near as you can tell. Is assuming that this lasts as long as the other potions did.
Yeah, we'll use an extra rope to secure her rope to like a big rock or a piece of rubble or something. And then Ingrid's going to just kind of sit down and chill by her.
Okay.
She's reading her third book.
It's going pretty good.
just digging at the ground with my staff and just muttering to himself constantly. Like something's eating away at him from all this, and it's like, and he's still absolutely drunk.
You okay over there, Grigum?
Fine, I'm fine.
be sure to
You're
drink
not
plenty
getting
of
enough
water.
food at the party. You seem kind of hangry.
Yeah. Where do I get water from out here?
So I'm assuming y'all have.
Ingrid's gonna be getting the mushrooms grown for her cocoa mix.
You're just like powder, mushrooms.
Yeah,
It's like-
so she can let them start drying out.
So I'm assuming y'all are getting like y'all are just waiting the 20 minutes for her to unfreeze.
Basically. Oh, can I do an Arcana check on the swords?
Okay, go ahead and make an Arcana check. Y'all can use this time as a. Oh no, y'all haven't really had sit down and break long enough to do a short rest. 14. They are not magic. You look at them and there's just like this kind of black tar-like substance on them that started drying and flaking off. You get the impression that they were just poisoned and that the poison is drying out and losing potency.
I do spend 10
Alright.
minutes on comprehend languages.
Okay, as a ritual?
I am going to use.
Yes.
I'm going to use encode thought, and just pull out a. Kerall is the director. The director is Kerall. Kerall tried to kill.
Kerall. Okay.
Just in case anything else happens.
Alright, you have a thought strand for the next 8 hours.
Yep. And if I have, we have, you said 20.
Give me that again? You're
So-
breaking up a little.
You said we. Sorry, you said we have 20 minutes.
Yeah, there's about 20 minutes left. I mean, 10 minutes is spent with, like, Ingrid going, I don't know, to the ritual casting a spell.
I mean, does anyone want to check her if she has any more poison left?
Yeah,
Well, I
sir,
was.
body.
I'm going to drunkenly use Wand of Magic Detection.
Okay, so I'm assuming I'm searching the body with assistance.
Okay, so, Griggum, you pull out the wand, trigger it. The magic items that you expect to glow, like the ones that Ingrid brought to y'all, glow. The cloak and the parapet that she was wearing glow as well, but nothing else seems to be glowing.
No more magic items.
So,
Like,
Ingrid, are you gonna help me?
Once I finish my ritual, I can help you. Okay, yeah, I think I'm about done.
Okay.
And we didn't get the pearl for identify yet, right?
You have a pearl, you have not
yeah.
finished the upgrade process on it, though. It was only
Right.
worth 50 gold. And,
So,
you know,
what kind of
Right,
check
right.
is this? Is this a sleight of hand or?
you were checking the body, right? This is an investigation.
That will be a 13.
13. You kind of like pat her down. It's like you feel a little weird about patting down a woman that literally cannot move.
Nope. No.
She was trying to kill us.
and is fully aware, by the way. It's like,
Again, I think you don't understand what my job experience is.
But
That
on the
sounded even
pearl,
worse.
you'll have 4 hours towards upgrading it from a 50 gold piece pearl to a 100 gold piece. With Griggum having provided y'all an advantage on your roll through his design help.
You need at least 4 more, right?
Yes, you need another
And then
4
a good
hours
roll.
to make the roll, which it will represent the actual like etching of arcane glyphs into the pearl.
Yeah. Basically, I'm just trying to make sure she doesn't have any like daggers or vials of poison or.
You find a what looks like the handle of a dagger with a cross hilt and 4 white gems on it. Griggum, when they pull this out of concealment, it does start glowing.
magic.
Okay. I pocket it.
Check her mouth. It's like,
What, did she have some kind of like magic blocking pocket?
it's possible there's spells of non-detection. It's like,
Or it could have just
It
not
just
been
magic
immediately
aura.
visible.
yeah, true.
Okay. You know what?
It's not like it's X-ray I've got.
Okay.
You know what?
So, Rael, we
I
need
think-
to check you because we need to make sure this isn't the dagger of Anathar and that you're going to turn into a wraith.
I don't get that reference.
Lord of the Rings.
I have a
Or out of
feeling Rail's
character.
about to have a very
Oh.
bad idea.
Oh no. I was honestly thinking.
Please don't sue Christopher Tolkien.
What?
Yeah, you shouldn't sue Christopher Tolkien. He's a nice dude.
Indeed.
I mean, we're sure she doesn't have any other hidden tricks or toys on her at this
Check
point.
her mouth.
I am not sure at all.
Check her teeth.
I mean, Fairdeer has
Can-
patted her down pretty
I'm
thoroughly.
assessing, so I guess I'm gonna listen to Griggum and just be like, "Can I see
Yes.
anything through her teeth?"
There's like a little resistance. You kind of have to wiggle your fingers to push your mouth open. And she's got a tongue piercing.
It's not glowing though, right, Griggum?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
You got about
Sorry,
like
mask person.
5 minutes. She's starting to.
Kerall.
I love that there's these
Her name's
huge.
Kerall, by the way.
I love that
That's her
there's.
boss.
Oh yeah, Ingrid,
So
you
you
reckon?
know how you wanted to go to the lab, and I said
To
you
be
needed
fair.
to get my boss's
Oh
permission?
yeah, I'm sorry, Ingrid. Yeah,
Well, there you
oh,
go.
Also, yes, Ingrid. Sorry, I slipped my mind. You recognize her as the director that showed up at Girls'
Okay.
Night. I forgot that she was at Girls' Night, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
am going
hilarious because that set off a huge number of reactions that had been going on in the background for like 2 damn weeks.
By who?
Well, well, we're hopefully going to find out who.
And that's why you should
I am
always
going
try to
to-
invite your boss to get-togethers, so that you can find out if they're hoarding magic items that disallow you to remember
honestly.
the true name.
Honestly, the main reason I wanted someone to check her mouth is because, you know, you never know if there's like some sort of like cyanide bullshit in teeth or whatnot.
Yep.
Her fingers are starting to flex and muscles are starting to
Oh, wow.
shift.
Okay,
Hey.
I was going to cast Augury as a ritual, but I guess I ran out of time.
Yeah, you got like 5 minutes. It's wearing off at this
It's like
point.
1 minute, right, for augury.
If you don't cast as a ritual, yes.
Yeah, I'll save the.
Oh, 11 minutes. So yeah, never mind.
yeah.
But you've already
I'll save
cast it once today, so it's a little risky.
That's true. I'll save it.
So
No, I'm
how
just going
drunk
to
am I still?
let's make double sure that she's. I mean, we have her tied up effectively, so let's make.
You kind of restrained her as much as you could without being able to really effectively position her
Right.
And you know,
because she was
Don't want to.
paralyzed.
Okay,
Yeah.
as she's like coming to, can we actually like tighten it down?
Make a athletics check.
Athletics, that would be 21 with a natural 20.
Okay, yeah, like as she's starting to loosen up, you kind of like, nope, we ain't doing this, and grab her and make a sleight of hand check if you're tying her up.
That would be 18, 19, 20, 21.
21? God damn, you're good at tying people up.
I wonder
Ranger.
why.
Ranger!
Well, she's starting to kind of move and show signs of that
Yeah.
she's aware of.
Like, she's like,
I'm going to.
she's restrained at this point, tied up. So,
I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
You really should cooperate with us and answer our questions. It'd be best for.
Hey, boss.
What happened?
What language was that?
As Ingrid casts detect language, speak languages, she can tell you that it wasn't a language. Because the potion that she got doused with is for the next 2 hours you speak in gibberish.
Oh my god. Well,
That's why I was like,
Guys,
are you
that wasn't
fucking
a
kidding me?
language.
Huh?
Guys, that wasn't a language, so
Did-
you know,
did I just-
I think I've heard that before
Did I just
when
waste a
Maine's
spell?
experimenting.
Okay.
So, how long
And
does
I
your
think
suggestion
this-
last?
Director,
The
if you
suggestion
can
lasts.
understand me, nod your head.
The suggestion lasts until she carries out the command, unless it's a persistent effect.
up to 8 hours.
Yeah. unless it's a persistent effect, or unless it's a specialized version, like say one that a high level enchanter would be able to develop. All right.
Do I know that main stuff
Right,
sometimes
so it can-
lasts a little longer or has this effect? Like, have I been around his potions enough?
Yeah, you would probably have enough experience having that. Like, oh yeah, Babel potion, great. Fair dear, what were you
yeah.
saying?
The
So
gibberish.
basically,
Okay, well, I guess my first question is the Spice Murmur. Is that purely verbal or is that thought?
It's telepathic,
Okay.
and
Put
you
it on
lose your
her.
attunement.
It takes
An
it
hour
takes an
to
hour.
attune. So
Okay,
you will have
never
to spend an
mind.
hour to reattune to your Spice Murmur now.
Never mind. In character I would know that. I wouldn't do that.
So, do you have anything else?
Someone asked her something, and it got.
Oh, yeah. Hey, boss, if you can comprehend me, can you nod your head?
She nods. For those of you listening at home.
Yeah.
So I'll be taking a short rest.
Okay.
Like,
I
I think we're coming up to,
Yeah.
1 p.m. here. But, like, I figure this is
Oh,
a good
true.
time for both us,
Yeah.
out of character, to be like, oh, fuck. And step away from the
Yeah.
situation.
Are we getting any short rest assistance from Reeve?
Let's see. Is anyone? No one's still under the poison condition. He will use bolstering presence to give y'all an extra d6 on his on your
Okay.
HP rolls, and then we will take a break and pick up with the game resuming and pick up an hour later in game time when we get back. So y'all don't have to,
Alright.
unless y'all have something that you
I
want to do
can-
during your short break.
Well, I can keep concentration up during a short rest.
Yes, it's maintaining
Okay.
concentration is not very tiring. It's just like
Okay.
I
this
think
is boring.
And I'm putting my armor on
Mhm.
while we're resting too.
Okay.
Okay, short
break.
rest.
so. It's like, I think Grigum is
Oof.
still pretty much blitzed by his drink.
Grigum is Grigum is sobering up. He's still a little tipsy. You got that like I haven't had a drink in an hour headache going on. But the exhaustion is not gone.
Right.
So the exhaustion doesn't go away until you take a long rest. This is the kind of alcohol that you can kill yourself with.
Yeah,
Right here.
I'm glad I rolled well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad to be
This is
only
Jackie
10 points down from max, but should have thrown another hit die or two in there, I figure.
Yeah.
This is
Alright.
industrial strength alcohol. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cleaning solution.
Now, quick question: did I empty it or?
I'm assuming you drank the whole bottle because it's not a huge
Okay.
bottle. It's like
Alright.
this size-ish.
Fair enough. It's like,
Alright, so, hey everyone, thanks for watching. I hope y'all really enjoyed the first half. I blew your freaking minds, finally! I have been tweeting about it for like 3 days now. This like, none of y'all follow my damn... well, no, one of y'all follow my Twitter. Some of y'all have...
Aw.
no, two of y'all follow
Yeah.
my Twitter. It's like, oh man, I'm so excited about this Sunday. I'm going to blow my players' minds. Some big reveal is coming. It's like,
did we
That's-
brute force it, or did it happen naturally at this point?
this went fairly close to how I had things planned.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you didn't expect to upend the bottle, though.
I did not. I had honestly forgotten that you had the biz and bots.
He was making us work for it.
I had honestly forgotten that you had the Maine's Perilous Potion. Because that's honestly how I expected this to go was completely different in some regards. So I am glad I planned for they may actually win this fight possibility.
We did so much win the fight as we just bumbled our way through it.
Okay.
Watcher's
worked.
gonna need more treasure for his necklace now.
This was the Vietnam of fights. Don't lie.
Like she was at 18.
Don't criticize success.
Y'all had almost
I
killed
was
her.
very successful at those takedowns.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, if we'd been attacking instead of grabbing her, we'd have probably taken her down that way.
Yeah, she was at 18. Y'all were close to knocking her out. Like that's like, it's like oh shit, she's going to run at this point. So everyone, thanks for watching. We will be back in 15 minutes. We're going to stretch our legs, get a snack, refill our drinks. I'm going to have to figure out what she would actually tell them and stuff like that. So we'll be back in 15, give or take. No promises.
All right. Back in a few.
Peace.
See ya.
And we are back. Okay, that was a little bit longer than 15 minutes. I am shit when it comes to predicting how long it'll take for me to eat. I'm sorry. I
How
was
y'all
totally
doing out
going to
there?
just blame that on myself, but thank you, Zizba. I appreciate that, hon. We are back. Welcome back to the bonus roll, everyone. Holy crap. I blew at least 3 players' minds, I think.
Ingrid's still not sure what's going on or why we really have to tie someone up, but she's sitting there and reading and taking her break, and
Well, Ingrid recognizes her as a director. She recognizes that the director is Rail and Veridir's boss. And she would recognize that she just tried to murderate y'all. So, we will pick up an hour later after y'all have taken a short rest and the potion of gibbering has worn off. Gibbering?
after the short
Gibbering.
rest, I'll start the ritual again, but I'll be listening in case they start questioning her while I'm doing my comprehend language ritual.
Okay. So, finally, fucking hell, that was horrible.
So,
No, that was horrible. How horrible.
I'm
how'd my work
so
assessment go?
sympathetic.
Boys? So,
Am I
and,
good at my job?
like, y'all have seen...
What do you think?
Like, for the past hour, y'all have seen her, like, struggling with the rope. That fucking 21. She hasn't rolled above a 14.
So, you tried to kill us. Why?
Didn't try to kill you. If I tried to kill you, you'd be dead. Tried to disable you.
Well, good thing we did the same.
Alright. Why?
Because I needed a fucking distraction, and y'all are the most disruptive influence I know.
Okay,
I think it's
why
just
didn't
gonna
you
stop
just
the ritual and
ask
just
us
come
to
over
be a
and watch.
distraction? Ma'am, with all due respect, why didn't you just ask us to be a distraction? We're pretty good at it.
And we do it for money.
Oh, we might have even done it for free.
Too much of a chance of
There,
fucking...
dear.
Too much of a chance of exposing myself. God... How are you this good
So
at
you
knives?
Just like you've done now.
Brigham is amusing himself with.
You sent me out to capture animals. I literally have to tie them up to bring them back to the lab. This is literally my job.
I gave you the
I was
dagger
going to say
so you didn't have to do that.
it's rude to speculate on what Faraday
I
does in his
take
off
pride in
hours,
my
but
work.
everyone's got to have a hobby.
I mean, once you display the tentacles, it gets. Anyways,
Alright. So you needed a
So-
distraction. Who are you distracting?
Fuck, the goddamn gruel.
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 Yes, the gruel. I need to get fucking back to the altar.
How is
Okay.
disabling us going to distract the gruel?
Because I was going to take you up to the surface and let y'all near one of the encampments. I figured y'all would wake up in the middle of a goddamn gruel incursion, panic, attack the encampment. They would pull the rest of their forces to figure out what the hell is going on, and I could slip past them onto the underground.
You know,
Okay. You know
I
what?
was making
Better
plans.
idea. We just do that without the waking up part.
That sounds a lot like trying to kill us after all. Just saying.
hang on. First and foremost, we were already going to try to get back to the surface to deal with our business. And it's like, because we can't be down here forever, you know? It's like, secondly, it's like, just, actually,
I mean, we were going to detour and go talk to the mushroom people.
Gregum,
You know what?
No.
Insight check.
but look. I just need to get one thing out of the way first. It's like,
I'll give you back the Kraken's tooth.
Is that the statue for the mushrooms?
It's from the evergreen vault that he was guarding.
Insight check.
that's
Wait, you started the war?
no.
Or am I misunderstanding something here?
You are misunderstanding a lot here. It's like,
Go ahead and make
Wait.
your
This is-
insight check.
I'm like,
Okay, first an
Is
insight
that an
check, and
everything?
then a history
Everyone thing?
check.
Okay,
Okay.
go
The
ahead and make
insight
your rolls.
check. Okay, for insight, I have a 20, non-natural.
She seems to be
this is
telling the
gonna-
truth.
And I
Okay,
have a
history
21.
check. When was it that Gregor got blackout drunk, and when was it that this war started?
has nothing to do with that. This has nothing to do with any of that.
The war was started before we got there. I guess Evergreen Vault history check?
Go ahead and make a history check.
Okay, is she doing that? I guess I'll assist.
Okay.
Not good. 7.
Yeah. Never
Okay,
heard of it.
reroll. Or did you roll twice?
Yeah, I got a 21 for insight for like
Is she telling
kind
the
of what
truth?
she's.
Yeah.
No, for like if it. I was trying to see if it was related to the mushroom people.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay, Gregum,
All I like that's all fine and good, and hey, I'm willing to accept that as payment for what we're going to do for you. My bigger question, however, is this: is like, is it all a lie? It's like,
oh, Gregum. Of course not. Best lies have some truth in them.
no,
All right.
I'm willing
So
to take that. It's like,
I think at this point we should
sit down?
probably. I think that she's probably not going to attack us again, right?
I mean, the cat's out of the bag.
I have some more questions.
I think we
Why
should.
Dean?
Go ahead.
I'll make it quick because I have a feeling that time is of the essence here.
Yeah.
Why the enchant?
Well, it wasn't at first, but then I went to the girls' night, saw Gregum, got lucky that the parapet of health was, god damn it, the parapet was on my neck at the time, so he didn't recognize me. Then I realized I slipped up because I'd been drinking, so I had to make sure that you two didn't say my name in front of him. And then I spent the next week moving all the shit out of the lab and decommissioning it.
Wait. Which lab are you talking about?
The Pearl Plaza lab. I moved all the experiments,
Faraday
took all
is
the
lab and
samples. Yeah,
Faraday's and my lab.
yeah,
Well, her lab.
my lab.
We don't know.
yes.
When did... Wow. The lab we
So
worked on.
where's our new lab? I feel like we should. What?
And wait.
Why
When
didn't
did
we
you
get the memorandum?
I'm
How does the timing
not
work out? Is that
cynic.
before?
She isn't.
Okay. Wait, you're not?
No,
Then how
she
did you
isn't.
get in the? Then how'd you get in the lab? Let's run it.
It was literally my job, but I got a better offer from someone that. Fuck.
Look, we
You
know.
were
Okay,
cynical.
you're not the only one. That's all I'll say on that. But you know what? It's a hard economy.
sure
We
I
all
don't know
have
what
to
you're
have
talking
second
about.
jobs. We get it. All right. Let's just move on and all just
Look,
do the best that we
I'm
can.
not Simic. I
look.
wasn't Selesnya, and I'm not Demir now either.
But I'm okay.
So
Look,
what
it
are
looks like director. I know this isn't my position, but I think that after this, you probably want to take some paid time off. Might want to take a week, 2 weeks vacation. You seem like you're really struggling here. I think maybe you're just getting burnt
If you keep
out.
this up, I'm going to do the same thing.
Director, who are you working for now?
She's not answering.
Yeah, look. That's not the issue right now. Like,
Okay, director, are you just trying to blow up the world or some
No.
crap like that? Because if you are, we have to stop you. If not, then I think we can just move on.
there.
Are you incapable of saying who you're working for
There
right
it is.
now?
Nothing.
There. Like,
Yes.
all have something to bring to this table. However, I think from this point, you should bring silence.
I agree. I just think that we probably
I think-
don't need assassins after us
Get that.
for
Um,
irrelevant
fair dear?
information.
You are going to need to find a new lab. I'm
The lab's
sorry.
still there.
I'm really sorry, friend.
The lab's still
As-
there.
so,
it was
okay.
a Simic
As-
lab. I just took it
as-
over and took all the samples.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Never mind.
As far as
Wait,
the
You
timing
took
goes,
all the samples?
but
Well,
as
with
far
the
as the
exception
timing
of
goes,
one.
she said when she decommissioned the lab. Was that before or after I woke up in the lab? I'm trying to figure out
Make
how
a
that
history
timing
roll?
works.
Okay, so if you decommission the lab, do you still own it? Who owns the lab?
The Simic owned the lab.
Ooh.
Okay.
Natural 20.
When you woke up in the Simic lab, you had been stabbed with the Ravenhead dagger, and with no memory of what had happened the previous 2 days, I believe it was. And the lab,
I believe so, yes.
there was no animals in the lab, and the lights were shut off.
Except for whatever was in there attacking me.
Mm-hmm.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Could we use the lab for personal use if the Simic aren't using it?
I don't know. Maybe?
Cool.
Look, that's something for another time. Look, fact of the matter is, we need to understand.
Really? Because I think this is the most opportune to ask when she's tied down. Just
Look, the important thing is that there's something going on, and some people need help. And
oh yeah, so the Gruul information.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Fucking... The timing was not ideal. They came in and attacked while I was away from the altar. I was getting more samples.
okay, so basically, you need an opening to get to the altar. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they have 3 or 4 encampments throughout the area. There's a shaman guarding each one with large beasts. A couple outposts have been pushing back, but the Gruul are fucking tenacious assholes.
All right. Well,
And where about is the altar? Is that going to be in the district, or is that deep in Gruul territory? Classic Gruul territory, not.
You don't need to know where it is.
You're going to dump us in the encampment near
I'm not
anyway
asking
to
for
get
the
an
street
opening.
address. I'm just saying, like,
It's
What
are
should
we having to
keep them
go
away
into
from?
deep
Like,
into Gruul territory?
it's at the edge of Precinct 4 where it touches Precinct 6, near the harbor.
Okay.
all right,
Near
so
the
we'll keep them away
Millennial
from-
platform?
Like, yeah, near where the anchor for the Millennial platform touches the harbor.
All right,
Okay.
look. You don't need to be that specific. All we need to know is the direction we have to keep them away from. It's like,
And how to
Now-
escape with our lives,
look,
ideally.
think of it this way. It's like, this woman is like royal pain in the ass, but has influence. It's like, if we do this, it's like, despite we beat you up. It's like, don't get us wrong. We had a rough start right here tonight. It's like, but it's like, if we do this, that not only elevates our status, but she would probably owe us one. It's like, what she'll
Also, we don't. get
Oh,
that.
she owes us one already. We haven't killed.
but also she jumped us, and so I was like,
Yeah.
Yes,
I
and
mean,
that's
that's
why
why-
she owes us.
look. We'll sort the details out later. It's like,
Yeah.
the fact of the matter is that there is a Gruul problem up there anyway, and we're probably going to have to deal with it. It's like,
Yeah.
help deal with it. It's like,
Yep. Pretty
so if we
much.
can get a side, so if we can get some side, thing going on, it's like, then they'll come out as a profit. It's like,
Yeah.
So, are they still running any of the underground trams in the area?
I don't have access to that information. I don't have
How
input
were you
with
going to
it
get
as
us
it
up
did.
there?
Well, I mean, we can get up there. It's just that's quite a trek from where we could get up there.
I have a transport stone.
Really?
I was going to use it to drop y'all in the middle of the 4th precinct, and one figured y'all would wake up, cause a bunch of shit, and I could use the distraction to get to the edge of the precinct.
You don't have this transport stone on you.
Am I stupid?
We searched her. I'm pretty sure she did with what it found.
Where,
I mean,
where
sort of.
is-
If this is something y'all are thinking of doing, we should probably talk to Emerson about watching our mounts and let our potential host know we won't be there.
Really? I think we
That is
take the mounts
all true.
and we run amok because they're not used to seeing those things,
Poor
and
Coco.
that would be pretty distracting.
now hold on a minute. It's like, you have to also consider the fact that these creatures were bred for underground movement. It's like, I'm not entirely sure how they're going to take the daylight. First, that's foremost. Secondly,
It's nighttime.
oh, it's nighttime right now. It's like,
Yeah, it's
I can't
like
tell. I'm like, we're
11.
underground. It's like,
It's always hard to tell.
It's been a long damn day for y'all.
They probably
know.
handle pretty well right now.
I mean, as far as the distraction, we just teleport in. We just kind of do like a lap or something, get them on our tail, and we hightail it.
I'm not ready yet. That's why
Okay,
I was
all
trying
right, all
to
right.
knock you out, so I could get y'all in position and then get myself into position before you woke up.
okay, all right.
I can drop you
Fact
off
of the
at
matter
one of
is-
the defense encampments. That would buy me time to get up into place to get to the altar.
Okay.
all right.
See how
We
this
all need a rest anyway.
Now that we all know what we're doing, we can plan and do something effectively. Not this drop in. What's going on? Why are people attacking me?
Well, you were being aware of what was going on wasn't necessary for my plan initially.
And you know what? She's right. It's like, still a
I
douche move.
disagree.
But for her purposes, she did what she thought was best.
I have always done what I thought
Yeah,
was best,
wow.
Brigham.
You
Yeah.
tried, and I pat her on the head.
She, like, glares like daggers.
I mean, if we're gonna be working with her, can we maybe do with the not having her tied up now? Is that good?
Yeah, I
Um,
agree. So,
do you have
do I
any?
need
We should probably see if we can get Watcher some new health potions too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we
I'm just
probably
going to
need to
say-
stock up and kind of come up with a general plan.
Well,
for Grigum's sake, for Grigum's sake, we'll let this slide once.
Okay.
You
So-
try to hurt us again, and this will end poor. All right.
Yeah, believe
Just
me,
to
we'll be
check
writing it very.
socially, does this mean I don't invite her to parties anymore, or are we still good?
It's up to her to accept.
I'm asking Rail.
You can do as you want.
Ingrid seems just kind of confused by the whole situation.
Look. Unless they have proven to be a serious threat to our well-being, and to our company,
I'd say she's
We are-
done that.
yeah, we're going to still accept her as a client for now.
for the Kraken's Tooth of Girgum?
Assuming
Yes,
For now.
at this point, for the Selesnya, bless their hearts, they've considered it water under the bridge, but God damn it, does it burn me up?
that may just be the alcohol.
I need the ghost clothes
That's-
back so I can get to position. In
Yeah.
exchange, I'll transport y'all to one of the encampments on the surface. And then I'll wait until you start to act to make my move.
Okay.
All right. I
At
definitely.
this point, I'm going to start untying her.
I definitely need some sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, I also
Is it-
need to visit that company, that alcohol company, that brewery, that sometime in the future. That was some good shit.
Biz and Bots is in the 6th precinct.
Yeah.
Are we going back
Oh, shit.
inside town or camping here?
She's like,
Huh.
we're not too far from where I have a cache of supplies.
I have-
So,
To go back and let him know we won't be there tomorrow and leave a message at the rock farm.
You have
Apparently
a
the-
familiar, honey.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Watcher. Sorry. Can you be a hero one more time today?
He like,
Watcher is a good familiar.
Brigham looks over the bottle and then notices that the alcohol per volume, amount is just as scrolling crossbones.
he literally violates how
alcohol-
physics works.
Alcohol by volume, yes.
It's like, okay, so your familiar flaps his way to town. I know the Orzhov have a defense encampment in the Sanctum of the Bright Soul. The Selesnya have been defending themselves and citizens at some place called the Apple Oak. The Boros are defending out of Sunhome. Those are the encampments I know of. I've been hearing rumors that the Rakdos have been operating raids out of some place called the Massacre Coliseum, and that the Gruul are afraid to get too close to there, and judging by all the explosions that are going on around it, the Izzet are still out testing shit out of Nyx. I can drop you at any of those.
I like the idea of these that aren't trying to fight the girl. They're just doing their operations
They're having
globally,
fun.
and as a side effect, it's scaring the shit out of them. It's like, no, it turns out that's just their bombing range. And,
Hey, you only have so many opportunities to test experimental weapons.
Truth. So the Gruul just kind of stumbled onto the live fire.
There's not really many empty places they can just blast a hole in the ground with, so.
Fair.
well,
Land, I don't think you've noticed, but in Ravnica, land is kind of at a premium.
yeah.
Yo.
So, Sanctum has its issues.
History check.
On what?
Was the Rakdos thing, was that closed underground?
Yes, the Massacre Coliseum. Pan
He has a
told y'all
token to
about
it, I
that.
think.
Yeah, he still has a one free admission token, I believe.
And
Oh my gosh.
is that still accessible by the underground tunnels?
You wouldn't know, you haven't been there, so you're not sure what changes they made.
Okay. I mean, Selesnya tended, I would think, be easier, but Rakdos, or is it, if we're looking for distractions, those seem like the type that we would really, it's just convincing them to make a coordinated effort that would be
Tricky.
Cathal
Yes.
looks. If you want to convince them to make a coordinated effort, you're going to have to get to each of the encampments.
Yeah.
Well,
Just maybe this is a history check, but would that be possible using the underground?
The Undercity does not typically...
Undercity, I meant.
The Undercity does not typically connect directly to guild halls, so Sunhome and Nyx are isolated for security purposes.
Okay.
But do they still have sewers?
They have sewers and
Let's-
stuff, yes.
can we please not come in via the sewers?
I mean, we're gonna get teleported somewhere, right? So
She only has one teleport. So she needs to know where y'all want her to drop y'all.
Apple Oak's your place, right, Gregum?
Yeah. They would be more willing to shelter us if we need to.
Though, assuming that the Bright Soul thinks that we have a debt, relieving some pressure around there may or may not help, depending.
Better make up your mind fast, or I'll make it for you.
Well, we're not doing this
Personally
tonight,
care.
right? Anyways, so why don't we just sleep on it?
Why don't you call a vote?
Oh, no. Y'all are not sleeping in my cache. I will teleport you to a safe place. You can rest there, and I will get myself into position and wait for you to cause the gruel enough discomfort that I can get to the altar. And then when I get to the altar, I will send you the Kraken's Tooth. And then you can put it back in the Evergreen Vault and pretend it doesn't exist.
All right. I vote that we head off to the conclave site.
Yeah, that seems like the safest option in all honesty.
Okay, well,
That
that's 3
sounds
votes right there,
reasonable
so...
I think we can make it unanimous.
She nods and kind of like tugs at the ropes a little.
Fader said he was untying her
Oh,
a little
right.
bit ago.
Okay, yeah, I missed
Yeah.
that. Sorry.
You should be like untied, dusted off, and I'm gonna say like, are you okay? Do you need healing?
And
gotta
assuming
wait
this
for
all goes
Watcher.
well, we all. If you ever need the second side agency services, you get the friends and family surcharge.
Yeah, we didn't really think that our boss, our former boss, but yeah, totally.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When you proposed that, I didn't think we'd ever get a use out of it.
Okay.
And after this, Faraday and I are going to have to. So, like, if she's not working for the Simics anymore, where
Am
does
I
that put
laid off?
Faraday and me?
Y'all are
Now
still
that leaves you
Simics.
with me.
Right, we just
Okay.
kind of have no lab or no lab structure.
Is there a place we need to report to? Or
That's for you to figure out. You still report to me.
yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
That's not the issue right now. I was like, you can figure that out in your own time. Like right now,
Okay, so
But,
we're
like,
have-
waiting for
let's say,
Watcher
like, you
and then
just
going
went-
to Apple Oak, right? Or
Yeah,
are we
I think
sleeping?
it is relevant right now because we need to see if we're going AWOL or something.
It takes about... Watcher flies faster than most of y'all walk. He flies about as fast as the Dromid. But he did have a couple messages to drop off, and he's not the most articulate of pseudo-dragons.
but on the upside,
Aw.
he doesn't have to deal with terrain as much. It's like,
Yeah. So it'll take about 30 minutes or so for him to get back. Kerall's just been pacing back and forth, like adjusting and tending her own wound. She will not let anyone cast magic on her. Because, of course,
Okay.
she doesn't. She kind of stops as Watcher comes back. He's like, I need the ghost cloak to get to the cache.
Okay. And she gives it to her.
Oh, and your swords.
She
Might
takes
as
them.
well.
It's like, do not touch me again. And buckles the belt back up.
Don't attack us.
no
Okay.
promises.
No promises. So, it's not too far from here. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. She pulls the hood up and starts heading out.
And I guess we wait.
This has actually
So-
been pretty good background music for this entire sequence of events.
Yes,
It has.
it's rather tense, you know. It's like, so yeah, I guess cat's out of the bag now. She and I used to have history.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So history or like history? Ingrid now finally puts down the book.
I may have left her.
Oh, what happened?
Really?
She turned out to work for the Dremere.
For the Demirius?
Yeah.
I thought she said she wasn't working for the.
Not now.
So who on earth is she working for?
I think she's just working for herself. But,
Hmm.
I mean, who am I to blame her? I mean, we're working for ourselves right now. Technically, we're not pushing any particular guild agenda. We're just, hey, if you belong to it, if you need help, we're here to help you. Like,
But that's
I'd like to do
kinda- it's supposed to push the agendas of all guilds.
Can I do an
Right.
insight check to see if Ingrid would believe Grigum since she's been having doubts about him working for the guild office?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Okay, so
Brigham did not anticipate being part of the guild office. He mostly wanted to go into business.
Oh, he asked about us starting a business when we all had no memory about a business was going to be our reward.
Yeah.
So she thought maybe he slipped up and he hadn't had memory loss like the rest of us.
No. He himself like had plans to basically a sense of I can't be stuck in my own guild and and be an how can I put it? He understands fully well it's easy to be an angel in heaven. If he was really going to test his philosophy, his way of life, he had to be out there. And he figured being an investigation or troubleshooting agency would be a good way to start off. He just didn't expect to be part of the guild pack in doing so. It's like, but hey, it just fell into his lap. He didn't have to scrounge for money, or cut costs immensely to get it done. So
Yeah.
he accepted. He's like,
And
Keep him-
Ingrid just like gives him a look and then she's like, huh, someone
Yeah,
who's
sure.
not been lying.
Faraday kind of like totally understands this, except for the part of voluntary and consent, because those parts weren't part of his story.
Oh, I am so freaking tempted to do something. But no, that'll be a surprise for another game. You almost you were like 2 words away from triggering something that I've been waiting to happen. Okay.
Yeah, just to make it completely clear, we did not give that neck. I did not give that neck.
She didn't ask for the parapet of forgetfulness back, or I can't remember the exact name. I closed my paper down because, like, oh, she's running.
I just wanted to make absolutely sure that was not part of it, nor the dagger with no blade.
Now make a history check.
That would be, I think, a 17.
You remember seeing her use this before to remove extraction charges from your extraction dagger, of which you still have 2 charges. It's basically just an extra holding bank so that you can hold extra charges. It works exactly like the dagger, only without the dagger, which means you can use a action, I think it was, or a bonus action to learn information about the target when you're holding the dagger if it has a charge.
Do I need to attune to it?
No. It's
okay.
It functions the same way as your extraction dagger does. It's just an extra couple slots to hold stuff.
I think I'll go ahead and drain so I can drain the charges into it, but still use the charges later.
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, you can either use the charges now to learn some information about Cathal's biology, or you can store them for later use.
Okay, I'm going to store them for later
use. Sorry, not Cathal. Yeah. I have too many names that are too similar. Okay, so you kind of hold the hilt like you've seen her use it before, and the 2 charges vanish from the dagger, and 2 of the 4 gems on the bank light up.
Okay, I'm going to probably explain what this is to the party, and just sort of like, so, we have 2 bits of information. I'm not going to use them right now, but
since I don't think y'all have actually read it, I will actually just go ahead and read the actual effect of the extraction dagger as soon as D&D Beyond responds. Da, 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 I hear typing. Yay. Okay, extraction dagger. Oh wow, people have actually used this. Come on. Open. You can find a lot of my stuff that I have homebrewed on D&D Beyond under Gearnos. Okay.
Wow.
When this dagger deals damage to a creature, it must make a DC 12 Constitution check. If it fails, the dagger siphons off some of the essence of the creature, storing it in one of 4 diamonds on the crossguard. Each extraction stores the information of a single aspect of the creature. Someone attuned to the dagger can use a reaction to learn the information extracted. Okay, it's a reaction, not an action or a bonus action. No. Learning the extracted information expends it from leaving the diamond empty and ready for a new extraction. And Faraday explains this all to you all in more Faraday terms.
Blinky thing, make good? No. No, I think I know enough Arcana to explain it somewhat well. So, just so everybody knows that that's what it is, and that we have those 2 things of information should we need them at a later time.
It is handy to know.
Takes about 20 minutes or so if y'all aren't going to do anything else for Kerall to return.
Yeah, probably. I'm probably. I, as inferiors, I'm going to be like, petting Kay because we were separated for a little bit.
Taken.
Giving food and pets.
She returns about 20 minutes later because 10 minutes there, grab the thing, 10 minutes back.
I didn't get to say I was going to do the languages thing again for when we get dropped off.
Okay. So she returns. She's holding, it looks like, similar to something else seen before, a sliver of crystal with arcane glyphs etched into it. I don't know if y'all have encountered things like this before. It's based on the same magic as a Wojek tier.
Oh yeah.
Arcana check.
Okay, go ahead.
16, 17.
Small single-use magic item. A Wojek tier or a Wojek drop is basically a health potion that you jam into someone's neck or inject them with. This, and y'all saw a couple variations on that in the Kind Cat. Those little crystals with the jagged spires and the etchings and stuff like that. She holds up some. This one is good for 1 teleportation. Where am I sending y'all?
Conclave, I think we all agreed on.
The Apple Oak, I believe.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, you want to send you to the 3rd precinct.
Sorry.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
My roommate was like, "Hey, I've got electronics that I don't want them," and I'm like,
Okay.
"Sure."
She kind of like, she smiles at Kay. He's like, "Good boy." It's like, okay. So, I'm going to break this and throw the powder at you, and that'll transport you to the Apple Oak. I'm going to I'm going to hightail it for the surface after that, and I will be waiting for a chance to slip past the Gruul. There's no timetable on this. As fast as you can is best, but I have hideouts throughout the area, so I will be safe and be able to watch until I can get to where I need to go.
Okay, stupid question.
Probably.
Are you actually wanted by any of the...
Oh, I assume they would all want to kill me at this point, yes.
Okay. I mean...
Am I wanted by the law? Probably.
Okay.
Would
Like,
the Mir or the Selesnya or the Simic like it if I was captured by the Azorius? No.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much, if you're caught, you're caught. If you're
So
not,
basically what I'm getting at is we should not mention any sort of dealings or what's been happening the last few hours.
Well, I mean, no, because that makes us look way less like heroes.
I mean, most people would not recognize my name, and most people who would recognize my name have a fairly good chance of not recognizing my name. I'm fairly good with covering my tracks.
Okay,
You
just
only
wanted
slipped
to
a
sort
point.
all that out.
So yeah, like
It's not,
in either case.
I was in a bit of a hurry. Rail surprised me earlier, and I had to stab him. He seems to have recovered pretty well from that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Thing.
Also, just as a note, stabbing people is probably not the best go-to first thing, but we can work on that. Yeah. Okay. So
She kind of snaps the crystal in half, pours a powder in her hand, and just like it over the front of
Come on,
it.
take
Coco.
care.
I need someone to make me a D100 roll, please.
Allow me.
Do I
Allow
have a
me.
D10
Okay.
app?
I'd like to test out my new dice. It's like,
Ooh,
Okay.
good.
Oh no.
You get a 1. You go right into the Gruul camp.
69, dudes.
Nice.
Oh.
Hmm.
Huh. 1
I
second.
don't know what kind of game those dice thought we were.
I don't know. We had a tentacle monster tackling a woman in a cloak and stealing her belt, so.
Who was a former romantic interest to a
I
goblin.
gave it back.
Okay.
Glad of the former part. Gregum, you can do.
Huh?
So. Okay, yeah,
You
that's
can do
fine.
better.
Yeah, she's seen it before. Okay.
I just
Like,
and I give Rail this really look. It's like,
the powder just kind of, like, settles on y'all and then starts, like, shining and shimmering and glowing, and suddenly there's, like, and you're engulfed
Before
in
we
this
depart.
beam of light. Go ahead.
before we depart, I take a look at Kerall and then just go, "Good luck."
Never needed it before, but thanks. And this beam of light just engulfs y'all, and it whites out the entire space, and then it starts contracting, and you can see at the edges of your vision, past the white, stars and beams of other lights crisscrossing spaces and times until it closes, and you're standing in this lush, wide garden. The sounds of combat ring from not too far away. Large wooden gates are behind you with branches hanging down low over your head with kind of lanterns of fairy fire almost, just kind of floating in place. Y'all are on a path that leads up to a magnificently big tree, like thick brush on either side of the passage kind of keeps you from wandering off of the trail and onto the garden and grass and flower beds. It is dark out because it's almost midnight at this point, or may actually be a little past. I'll have to do my checking. But y'all have arrived at Apple Oak Monastery. Gregum, you recognize this place. Apple Oak Monastery is located in the southern portion of the Barwin Hill neighborhood in the 4th Precinct.
Yeah, I remember.
Just as a note, I didn't explicitly state it, but I think it's pretty obvious I've changed into my armor and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I assumed you put your armor on when Ingrid put her armor on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Reeve is with y'all. He's just been kind of like, what the fuck is going on?
Don't worry, you can.
Reeve, it's been a hell of a day. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I had a date, but okay. She'll live.
Oh, yeah.
Musicians.
Well,
What are you
don't
gonna
worry.
do, man?
Yeah, exactly. It makes you more mysterious.
No, she's a musician.
It makes her more mysterious.
And I just
Can
kind
we
of.
not fight people as much? I didn't like that.
So I kind of pat Reeve on the back and be like, "Come on, bud." He's like, "I owe you one for this." And I was like,
He looks around.
So,
and is like,
question: what side?
Hmm?
Sorry. Go ahead.
what was your question? I know what I'm going to say.
Which side of the gate are we on?
Y'all are inside.
Inside or outside?
Yeah.
"All right."
Y'all are inside the Apple Oak Monastery. Y'all are currently
Ooh.
residing in the garden. The garden leads up to the monastery. The ground level floor is the Dryad's reception chamber, where you can meet with the Voda of the monastery, Galoris. I believe Fairdeer and Grigum have interacted with Galoris at least once. There are stairs that lead up to a common room on the inside of there, and then those stairs continue on up into numerous kind of 3 foot by 3 foot, 4 foot by 3 foot, very small, cramped apartments. that are basically unassigned. Like, hey, I need to get some sleep. I'm going to grab this room.
We're pretty much like a sleep pod or some sort.
Yeah, pretty much. The monastery is very much communal living. There are two guards that are at the gate. They have turned and are looking at you, but they do recognize Griggum, so they have not become hostile.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we definitely need to announce ourselves.
yes, and we shall do so. And just follow me, and I kind of fumble about my stuff and pull out my insignia. It's like just to be doubly sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and tuck mine back in.
Okay. So where are y'all going?
I guess we'll approach. We'll go for the lobby. It's like,
Okay. So
Yeah,
you enter the Dryad's chamber. This is a large ceremonial chamber. Galore resides within the tree itself. This chamber is used more for, communicating or religious affairs, like, leading in prayer and stuff like that. So there's an altar along the back wall. There's several rich red and silver and red and white tapestries of trees and scenes of nature. There are a few small candles lit. Keep in mind, it's midnight. It's midnight, maybe a little past it, so a lot of people are at least trying to get some sleep. As you enter the room, I need Ingrid and Fairdeer. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Ingrid and Rail to make wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
That's a good point. Does Kay need to make one?
9.
No. 9?
That is a 20.
Okay. Rail, you're fine. Ingrid, as you enter the area, you feel a sense of peace and contentment settle in on your shoulders. If you made a sound, we didn't hear it.
I just said okay.
Okay. I just heard... That's what came off. Okay. So, you enter the chamber. There doesn't seem to be anyone here.
Well, I'd like to be a good guest, I suppose. I mean, it's my monastery.
yeah.
Yeah. Did we need to, since I've been here before, do I need to pay respects or something like that? Or
It hurt.
When y'all came here during the day last time, you came into the room and a dryad kind of emerged from the ceiling to talk down at y'all. Like, literally down. They were about, 5 feet above your head.
Figuratively, literally.
Yeah.
Not you, mere peasant. That would be really weird for Selesnya.
Anger's just waiting there and holding the dromids. Susan.
It's like, I like that, we're going to go up to someone's home, just kind of stand in their living room quietly at the middle of the night.
Yeah, just...
Maybe we should leave and get to the beds.
I mean, it's like, do you... I want to say yes, but at the same time, someone comes home and finds you sleeping in their bed. What are you going to say?
It's not their bed; it's common beds.
I know it's communal, but it's like there's a community here.
Is this in character? There are 2 guards at the gate, and they are not leaving the gate. As Fairdeer and Griggum talk back and forth, there is a stirring on the ceiling, and vines start growing across the wood, and then they kind of part, and this thin androgynous figure with ivy coating covering like the arms and the lower legs, binding them together with vines across the eyes, kind of emerges like, Griggum, we have not seen you in a while, and you have brought friends now. Hello, Tainted
Yes.
One. Hello, children of the Ravens. Welcome to the Apple Oak Bendari.
We're here, like, partly because we need shelter for now, but we're also hoping that we could help the current circumstances.
So, you are always welcome here, Griggum, and we will gladly shelter your friends in these trying times. We have watched over many lately, so please do not be alarmed by the numbers above. Our Vendari is normally kept small for specific reasons, but with the conflict we had to help as many as we could.
Alright. Thank you. We just figured we'd let you know before we helped ourselves to the beds.
I appreciate it. It is nice to see you again, Gergum.
It is nice to.
Thank you. It's so very kind. If you will excuse me, I will be returning to my rest now. And the figure kind of not so much retracts as just melds back into the ceiling and the vines with it until it's just the wooden ceiling above again.
I turn back to the rest of your group and like, well, you heard the lady. Let's get going.
Is it?
Just,
Where do we put the drummers?
yeah, we've got staples. Don't worry about it. It's like,
Okay.
There are like non-prodigious animals that are wandering the garden, so you get the impression that the drummers would probably be fine.
Okay, I put some mushrooms out for them to eat so they don't graze too many of the plants that they don't know as well.
They all kind of like grab the mushroom and their mandibles like they make this weird like sound while they're eating.
Coco, I'm sorry, but you're going to see a sunrise in a few hours. Be brave.
Yeah, that's gonna go over well.
don't worry. There's plenty of shade for them. It's like,
Wonder if we should just blind.
Yeah, that should go over
You mean
about as well.
blindfold them, not blind them.
They'll be fine.
Rill, can we borrow your sack?
That's okay. I think I'd rather hang on.
Yeah,
only
we
got
need
the
3
one.
more.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're leaving the Dryad's chambers so Galoris can go back to sleep.
Yes.
I can just imagine
Yes.
like Griggum's sandal feet just making. It's like on some sort of.
Yeah, it's one of those chambers where everything's like echoed a lot, and you just feel really like.
It's like walking down a school hallway.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so y'all travel up the stairs around the side of the room to the next level up into this large open space. Griggum, you know that normally in here are like rows of tables for people to eat and have just a general community sense of spending time together. The tables have been pushed to the sides and stacked. Same thing with the chairs. And there's just row after row after row of cot with displaced citizens sleeping in them.
Right. Grab a bed, make yourself at home.
I don't know if this would be a perception check or a medicine check, but can I get a feel for the general health, I guess, of these people?
Are you
Like,
doing like
are
a
they
checkup, or are you just trying to get a general idea of like how badly
general
wounded people?
idea?
Make an
Yeah,
insight
exactly.
check.
Okay. Are these people like in like bandages and like all wrapped up? Are they just like citizens who?
Sorry, not insight. Investigation. Make an investigation check.
That makes more sense. 13.
13.
Yeah, 13.
You do see some people injured. For the most part, it looks to be family pairs, women and children, fathers and their kids. There are some minor injuries, cuts, scrapes, lacerations that have been treated, if not expertly, at least very well.
Okay.
But
But it doesn't look like a war hospital or something. Right?
no, this looks like more like a. There has been a natural disaster, and people have taken shelter and are being. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, just trying to get a feel for the environment. Okay, so are there any like kind of like unoccupied cots?
There are a few unoccupied cots, and there's people that are coming in and out. Y'all are not the only people awake at this time. There are, for the 2 guards stationed in here as well. They both are in patterned leaf armor with spears and a horn at their side, much like the guards at the gate were. Though the guards at the gate also had longbows. Yeah, y'all can find cots fairly easily here. Like, there doesn't seem to be anyone assigned a cot. People come up and leave, and you see someone get up, go and leave, someone come in and take one of the cots. So you get the impression that, yeah, I just grab a place, get a couple hours of sleep.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
so...
back off again.
I'm good. I'm looking over my spell selection.
Okay, so y'all can go ahead and take a long rest if you want. It's midnight, so it's after midnight at this point, so y'all probably awaken about 9 or so in the morning, maybe 10.
Yeah, Griggum probably would have been the last one to go to sleep with a lot on his mind. He's like,
Yeah. Stupid question. Do I do the elf sleep or normal?
You do normal sleep. Your biology has been very compromised.
Fair. I couldn't remember, sorry.
No worries.
God, that had to have probably been a weird experience for you, when you didn't just trance anymore.
Oh, elves can dream.
I wouldn't remember having done it before.
Well, I mean, the idea of just passing the fuck out, yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't remember it. But, like, elves can dream. It's just they generally find it distressing. Alright,
Okay,
so...
Keeping watch and listening in.
Watcher is? He's very good at
he's
that.
keeping watch and listening in.
Go ahead and make a perception roll for me for Watcher, then.
He gets advantage normally on perception checks. One of those was a 20, so 23.
Okay, good to know. So, you take a long rest. You wake up in the morning. It's a little earlier than you would normally expect to wake up. Y'all got about maybe 6 hours of sleep, but y'all got enough rest between the sleep and just like a quiet morning to get your full night's rest, your full long rest. People are coming in and out. They have packed up a few of the cots and are laying out and put down 2 of the tables, and they're set. So people in Selesnya robes are setting up a food line with just, mushroom stew and other, cheap, hearty, easy to produce in large quantity foods. And are starting to serve breakfast to people. But it's the morning, the day is yours.
So,
All right.
armor back on, and so we're supposed to cause some kind of disturbance today, right, guys?
I
Y'all
don't
did
know about
not-
today. She said that we didn't have to do it immediately, and if it were me, I kind of want to get a lay of the land.
Yeah, I was going to say, first and foremost, we need to understand the situation. And from there, we can plan out what would cause the most disruption in the rules plans. It's like,
Yeah, because, I mean, her idea was probably drop us in the middle of it, and then, like, hour one, we cause a distraction, but the problem is her plan didn't have us getting away, which I personally am a big fan of, so...
Yeah. Same here.
So,
That
They've
did
got a
not
bunch
go
of
as she
big-
expected, no.
so they have a bunch of big beastin things. That's part of their major advantage for holding areas right now, right?
Yeah.
The information you have gleaned so far is that there are a number of large beasts that are acting as reinforcements, and that many of the encampments have a shaman of some sort that is controlling the animals.
Can I do
now
a
we
check
understand.
on the nature of the beasts?
Sure, go ahead and make either a nature check or a history check.
But yeah, first things first, of course, for all this, is that we need to actually talk to the people who've been on the field to see what the latest updates are.
Okay, so that's going to be a 9.
On which one?
Nature.
Nature? You've seen some really big boars and some really big cats when you've gone out into the Red Wastes before. Like, knock over building big.
Yeah, I guess my question is that are they really, like, domesticatable? Like, I know...
There is herd beasts, like, where, we control what it is doing, but it's not what you would call a pet.
Right.
It's the equivalent of, hey, there's a wild wolf. We'll throw it food and it'll hang around and protect us.
Right, it's not like the warhounds.
Yeah.
Where you're, like, trained in the tactics. So, I mean, that means that if we do something to apply their general animalism, like if we lure it away or something like that, could be a possibility. Like, they're not like trained dogs, or they would probably stay.
We might could do some aerial scouting if Watcher doesn't detect anything flying in the region.
Yeah. I think we just want to get a better picture of what's going on in general, and then come up with a good plan as to how to make our distraction and our escape.
Well, yeah, we're talking about coordinating multiple defense groups, I believe.
Possibly. I'm just throwing ideas out there, but I think that what we need is... I think that this is a case where we need to just kind of cool our jets and try to figure this thing out smartly. That's my opinion.
I wouldn't disagree.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not as if she's technically paying us either, so let's take our time on this.
I mean, I think we all agree that getting the Gruul invasion out of here is in our best interests.
we just have
Payment or not.
Yeah, I think the fact that we're getting paid for something we're going to be doing anyway is just a bonus. It's like,
Yeah.
we're going to have to pick up on that a little more.
As y'all are
Yeah,
sitting and discussing, a semi-opaque swirling mass of air starts to manifest in front of Ingrid, and then with a clunk, a 3-foot wide chest drops out of thin air in front of her.
Does it look like Cathal's normal effect?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna open it up.
Okay. Inside the chest is
It's a voice, and it's yelling, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm kidding.
is a single book wrapped in paper with the words in Cathal's handwriting scrawled across the paper. Protect this.
Let's protect that then.
That sounds like a plan.
That sounds like something that's gonna be really hard to do when we're marching off in the middle of a bunch of creatures. But okay. And Ingrid takes it and
What is it?
wraps it.
Brigham, wasn't there some sort of vaults or something?
That's in a completely different area, but
Ah,
I think she would look at it.
Make a history
She's
check.
pretty curious. Okay.
make a literacy check. I cannot read.
17 for history check.
You recognize this as the notebook that you see Cathal writing in frequently.
Like with all our contacts and stuff. And...
If you want to start flipping through it, you can.
Ingrid's going to.
Okay.
Wait.
It looks at first like it's a record of events that happened. Like you start at the beginning and it's detailing out a bounty hunt and how a silver thread with bells was laid down to, act as a alarm system for if someone passed that way. Make an Arcana check. You stop for a moment and you read that section again, and then again. It's like there's something about it that catches your attention before it finally clicks to you that while it may be, as far as you know, a true retelling of something that happened, it's also instructions for an alarm spell.
well, perfect. It can guard itself.
No, it's instructions for casting the spell alarm.
I know.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought I was worried I didn't make myself clear.
No.
Is that the only thing that's in there?
No, there's like lots of stuff.
Okay, so I can assume it might be her spell book.
That you get the very big impression that is her spell book. If you want to spend like maybe 20 minutes going through it, you
Like
can
at the very least,
probably
her ritual.
Yeah, if you want to go spend 20 minutes reading through it, you can get a general idea of what spells are in it.
I will probably do that.
All right, give me.
I was going to say maybe we should have Rail make a copy, but if there's like actual magic to it, that's probably not.
That's going to be
Wow.
tricky.
While this is going on, I'm probably going to just start going at, making my way out and just start asking, like
Making his way downtown.
Ingrid just kind of got the book and started looking at it because she kind of already knows that our boss may or may not already be blackmailed, so she's trying not, while she's spying on the stuff, she's trying not to spread around more information than she has to.
Okay.
So she's looking
Yeah.
for the book and reading it.
So there are no cantrips listed in the book because you don't learn or prepare cantrips like that. The following spells are contained: Alarm, Chromatic Orb, Detect Magic, Find Familiar, Ice Knife, Identify, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, Melif's Acid Arrow, Scorching Ray, Catnap, Carvoyance, Dispel Magic, Galder's Tower, Leoman's Tiny Hut, Sending, Galder's Speedy Courier, Teleportation Circle, and that's it. And you know Teleportation Circle is a 5th level spell.
Just as a side note, rangers can't learn from scrolls, right?
No.
If I did want to go ahead and try to learn Alarm, since we have the ink, I would still need to get supplies to transcribe a spell scroll, right?
You already bought the supplies, you spent the gold, you just have to spend the time actually transcribing it.
Okay, so I think I would probably spend the time copying over just Alarm and then tuck the book carefully away.
Okay, don't forget you also have a pearl to finish upgrading at some point.
Probably gonna go to Gregum. Is there like a place of safekeeping here?
Okay.
Grigum's already off
Yeah.
Oh,
gathering rumors, so
So
it's like,
Grigum has gone down,
Fine.
and while they're serving people in the communal room, there's way too many people here for it to be reasonable to handle stuff like that. Outside, people are in the Dryad's chamber talking, and there's several people in the garden as well eating and talking with each other. You go around and you talk to a couple of the refugees. You hear a lot of the information that you've already had before, that much of Sin Grove and a lot of Barwon Hill have been damaged and are being occupied. A couple of them describe how there's this fiery shield of energy around Nick's guild hall, and there's just legions of soldiers in front of Sunholm, in near constant battle, holding off the Gruul. One person from the edge of the precinct who came from that frequently worked in the 5th precinct but lived in the 4th tells you that the Azorius have been positioning large numbers of arresters and law mages along the border to, at the very least, contain the Gruul
stem the
incursion
tide.
to keep them from pushing into the other precincts.
I just think of all these law mages standing there. Please disperse. Please disperse.
and like magical, police tape up everywhere.
Exactly.
Right. And you hear, you don't know if it's connected or not, but you hear that a day before the Gruul attacked, the drumming that had been coming from the Red Waste stopped entirely.
I think we're going to need a map to put all this stuff on. I was like,
Good
Let's
thing we
keep
have the
track.
document, sir.
yes. It's like looking over at Rail here. But yeah, like for both ourselves and probably for our viewers, we probably should have like a map to mark all this stuff.
Yeah, I need
Yeah, like
to.
pop-
Now that I have
Yeah.
an area that I can sit down and actually work and draw at stuff.
Yeah.
Equilibrium says he can't hear us. That's
Oh.
weird.
Oh,
Okay, I'm not sure what's going on. Let me check. I'm not showing any drop frames. I'm not showing audio is going out. Everything looks to be going good. I'm not sure what's going on.
I can hear it when I unmute it, so it might be on his end.
Okay, that's weird. Okay. Well, I'm sorry you can't hear this, Equilibrium. Hopefully whatever's going on resolves pretty quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, now that I have a space that I can actually sit and draw it, I can sit and actually draw out the map and stuff like that, and I will mark the incursions and add that to the list of numerous things I have to get done this week so I can drive up to see the person I love more than anything else in the world on Thanksgiving.
Aww.
So, are we still hearing the drumming?
The drumming has stopped. What is being reported is it stopped the day before the Gruul invaded.
So, that's a first level spell, so I only need like
I think it's an
an
hour.
hour or
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a good useful utility spell for sure.
I'm going to pack her book away and look around for where they've gotten off to.
Okay. Now, I believe Faradir was wanting to find Griggum and ask him about a secure holding location.
Yes.
While the monastery is not a... It is a representation of the Selesnya in the 4th precinct. It's not meant to be a stronghold. It's holding up very well against a Gruul incursion, considering it's literally like
monastery.
There are places that they can store things, like, if they wanted to, say, store a bunch of bottles of wine in the root cellar. But there's no highly secure location like the Evergreen Vault or the Orzhov Banks or anything like that here.
I think for right now, probably on our person is the best we can do.
I wouldn't be so sure because we are about to, we're about to head into danger.
I wouldn't say about to. I think we're probably going to need a few days at least.
Yeah.
I'd say we're in danger.
Nah.
Well, I guess that depends on what it is we're trying to do. What is your plan that will take a few days, Faradir?
Well, I think that we need to... Well, ultimately what we need to do is cause a distraction that will lead the Gruul in, but that distraction has to be such that it's not... it's minimizing the hurt to innocents and to us.
Reeve
So,
kind of pops
probably...
up a bit. If you're wanting to cause some damage, we bought some explosives a couple while back from the Izzet that blew a couple good holes in the wall or two. And that bald lady that y'all were talking to was saying something about how they're testing weapons. That may be a good option if you're wanting something to blow a hole in a person.
Yeah, Zilly. I would like to avoid causing any more damage than has been done, if possible, but the other thing is actually being able to try to coordinate anything without just getting all the Gruul on us.
Yeah.
You don't want any of my plans.
Plans or plants?
Exactly. I'd probably just put real zombie fungus on the creatures and have them climb up the Millennial Tower and go splat. But then that'd be a lot of cleanup.
Yeah, probably take
and a lot of spreading. And I think we lose some areas of town for a long time.
Almost certainly.
We'll save that as Plan F.
The Last of Us, Ravnica edition.
You see Faradir's eyes light up, and he holds his hand,
more like the
and then
Girl
their
Health
hand
gifts, where everything is
slowly
just
sinks down.
mushroom fields now.
Anyway, you were saying Faradir.
Like Ingrid is now like, have you considered mushrooms?
That's how we're taught to handle invasions. We're taught if you have an invasion, you wipe the land, and then the undead come in and clean it up for you.
That's not inaccurate with the Golgari philosophy.
See, I was with you until the whole having to abandon the town for decades.
Well, like I said, I didn't think you'd like my plan, so I'm just trying to help out where I can.
No, every contribution is appreciated. And if we could figure out a way to modify that plan without the whole having decades long of barrenness,
Well,
that would be a really good plan.
Reeve kind of speaks up. Well, I mean, if we're looking to coordinate this, we got Izzets making weapons. We got an army station.
Auras with the soldiers. Yeah.
An army station we got probably plenty of healers here to keep everyone up and running.
Yeah, the problem is that everyone's trying to hold on to their own territory right now. Like, so we definitely need to be at this point. Like, I'm not sure there's any, messengers getting between these groups. I was like,
well, the Rakdos. Do you think they join in for some routing?
Oh fuck yeah! Especially if it's like a good show. Anything to impress the big boss man. I mean, I know Emmy and Siki were the ones that were handling the setup, but if the Murder Coliseum's up and running, then like Devotion's probably there. He's the one you'd want to talk to about, getting some shit fucked up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I hate to consider this idea, but there might be a real chance that we'll have to split up together, like people together. Like,
Possibly.
And the Orzhov?
They're not going to help for free.
No, they are not.
And I don't know if the help us save the town is a price that we can pay.
I mean, the Orzhov, they're greedy fucks, but I mean, think about it like this.
We have a price.
This is a pretty big win for them if they get to say, hey, we defended and helped drive out the Gruul, right?
Like,
That's
they might
like-
throw some money around to get some people more people interested in it.
I mean,
if they're all about people owing them things, right? That's not just us owing them, that's the city owing them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you, Ziz, go ahead.
Well, Ingrid wasn't so sure. She really wanted to chime in. So, but I mean, if that appeal fails, we know they were bankrupting their own coffers just to find out about that thing. And we do have a bit of information about that thing, which might also get them less mad at us.
Reeve blinks a little bit. Sorry, I've been drunk a lot. What are we talking about?
You can't be blackmailed and forced into service for the Orzhov if you don't know, Reeve. Do you really want to ask?
Yeah, this was one of those things
Fair
that
enough.
we're not telling you for your protection.
Like,
So, I guess my second question is, any ideas of how to safely send messages to these places? I mean, we have Watcher, but
What
I feel
level?
like
Never mind. Sending's not a ritual, right?
No, sending is not a ritual.
Yeah. Can't do that.
and if Cathal doesn't
Be
have her
nice if it were.
spell book, theoretically she can't be casting spells.
No, if you are a wizard and you do not have access to your spell book, then you cannot change the spells you have prepared.
Gotcha. Okay.
Still, she's not going to be. I don't know. She's not going to be at her best without it.
We don't even know which encampment she's in, if any.
all right, look,
So, I mean,
It's so
Brigham,
weird
this
hearing
is
my
your
wor-
area.
It's so weird hearing my words come out of your mouth.
So, Grigham, this is your area. If we're gathering any support here, this one's in your hands. To at least let them know that's what we're thinking of doing, going around.
Yeah, we definitely should. They definitely should. So Grigham will go off and lay out the 12% of a plan we've got.
Ingrid's gonna go check on the dramas and get them saddled.
Well, I'm assuming y'all are back out at the garden at this point because, like, So you can see the dramas. They're not happy. They're kind of staying in the shade and facing the tree as much as possible. Their antennas are like pinned way back hard against their head. They clearly do not like being outside in the light.
Can I use animal handling to try to calm them down?
They seem fairly calm, but yeah, go ahead and make your roll to see if you can reassure them.
I'll assist since I was out checking on them.
Yep, that's gonna be 22.
Okay. Like, you give them a couple pets, they kind of chitter at you. One of them kind of grabs your hand in their mandibles, and you feel them, like, the little tickly parts that are the inside of their mouth, holding your finger for a second before they let go. They are not
like
happy about being in
biscuit?
this. Kinda, yeah. Their mouth is complicated. It has a set of pincers, a serrated appendage at the inside for slicing things, and then a proboscis for latching on and pulling stuff into the internals. I don't want to draw a picture of their mouths. Please don't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No.
But
We're fine. We're fine.
You get the sense that while they're not happy about being out in the sun, that they are making do.
Yeah.
Grigham,
Yeah.
you were going to go and talk to Galoris again, or someone else?
I'm definitely going to talk to Glorious. Like, I'm thinking if we're going to be sticking together and doing all this, I think there's a chain of action of how we should collect these people together.
Okay.
I figure the next stop would be wherever the auras are holding up. It's like, because we're going to need someone with actual, I'd say, strategic capabilities. It's like,
Are the next in proximity for our own safety of making this route?
Okay. Well, looking at a map,
thing is that
you can. Oh, go ahead.
I was thinking that if we can get the militant group together with the healing group first and foremost, that would definitely increase our chances the most. And it's like,
Okay.
and then we can work on getting them supplied, like, and getting them, better equipment, that kind of stuff, and move and work like that.
Pardon. Okay, so in relation to distance, from the Apple Oak Monastery, if you head directly north, you will hit the Nyx Guild Hall within a short period of time, like a 2-hour walk. If you head northeast, you will hit the Barrow Hill Street, which leads to the Murder Coliseum. If you head directly east for a good 5 hours walking, you will hit Sunhome. Because Sunhome is at the very far edge of the precinct. Okay, so we're running a little low on time, but we will try and get as much done as possible in that time. Grigham, you go into the Dryad's chamber, and you call out to Galoris, and again the vines appear, and then the Dryad kind of emerges from the above. So, good morning, Grigham. Did you rest well?
We most certainly did. It's like, we thank you for your hospitality.
Anything.
Well, so me and my agency have decided to come up with a plan.
I see.
I figured the best way to help repel this invasion is to organize the current guild representative together to a effective fighting force. And a unified one. It's like,
Is that not what your agency is for?
yes, but we are representative of the idea. And like, now it's time for us to put the idea into action among all of us. It's like,
See.
at least, if only temporary.
What do you need of us then, Gurgum?
Well, it's like, at this point, it's like, we're looking to, like, the conclave, like, if anything, is best at supporting those that within its walls. It's like, we might need people to help heal.
We will lend our healers to the aid of those who join you.
Right. Well, like, we're gonna see who we can bring on board to this idea. Like, hopefully, if the guild pact holds true, like, probably be almost everyone.
I will have one of the archers watch over you on your trip to your next destination. You will not see her, but she will be there to protect you if needed.
Thank you. It's like,
Be safe. Gurgum.
hopefully, yeah. Thank you very much. It's like, and be safe yourself. It's like,
None shall set foot within these walls, save those who I deem.
guild pact willing. And I walk
Metzelia
up.
willing.
Is she not part of the guild pact?
She is a part of everything, my child.
And with that, I'll walk out. And like,
Galoris retracts into the tree as you leave. Oh wow, doing her always makes my vision yellow for some reason. It's probably closing
Wow.
my eyes.
all right, but yes, it's like, I guess that's one down. It's like,
That's
now
one
time
down,
to,
so they go-
yeah.
So Reeves.
I mean, the Orzhov should be near between the Nyx and the Rakdos.
Mhm.
They're all
Between- I think-
clumped pretty together.
Yeah. I think that said, like, I want to say that several people among here, like, we probably could. I honestly don't want to say anything about Dramir because I think most of what we know about Dramir publicly is speculation at best. I don't know.
Oh, they're the librarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We figure that we could use their information. Like,
Mm,
Are you
help
thinking
figure
of
out what's
putting
going
out a
on.
local broadcast?
less like out of character, less local broadcast, and using them for intelligence to figure out what happened out there, like that caused the drumming to stop. Like, because I feels that's important. It's like, that said, like group like what is it? What's the group you're attached to again? It's like,
to Slesnia?
Golgari.
no. The
Golgari.
No.
Golgari, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Golgari probably would know the best shortcuts and tunnels to get to move troops
Yes.
around as needed. It's like, let's see. Then, of course, Boros would be the strategic and the strong, the arm for the
The soldiers.
the soldier, the generals and soldiers of this endeavor. It's like,
I
and
mean,
I think,
we
is
should
it def-
we should probably at least see if someone can send a sending to the Azorius so they could close ranks a bit.
yeah, like the Zorius probably are going to have to go through a lot of bureaucracy. It's like to do what they need to do. So we need to get a message to them as soon as possible.
Well, I mean, it should be pretty obvious crimes.
Well, the Azorius, y'all know the Azorius have formed a defensive perimeter around the outside edge of
Yeah.
the
I think
precinct to keep
think-
the Gruul from advancing farther into the city.
at this point, like they probably are aligned, and we're bringing the reinforcements to them. It's like, So this is going to be an interesting one.
I mean, I think as a note, we're trying to create a distraction, not necessarily win a war.
Yeah, no, but
True.
if we can, yeah, but at the same time, like our area is under threat as well. So, what better distraction than to end everything?
Yeah, but kind of the chain of events in my mind is you get some sort of money from the Orzhov, go to the Izzet, get the bombs, give the bombs to the Rakdos so that they do what they do best, and then try to lead the troops over to Sunhome, because that seems like the best place where if you're going to have a bunch of angry armies after you, that seems to be the best place to lead them to.
You know, none of this plan before said we need to go try to get money from the Orzhov.
Well, the question is that how are we going to get the bombs from the Izzet?
To be fair,
Test subjects.
yeah, I was going to say that. If given the chance to simply say, "Hey, we've got a great place for you to test these things," and great test subjects to go with them,
Possibly, yeah.
It'll be like the Paranoia Games R&D department.
Oh God.
How do you know about the R&D department?
I don't even know about the game. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. As much as I want to keep going, we've been playing for 4 damn hours. But
Yes.
I really want to keep going.
Alright.
So
Yeah,
let's go
yeah,
for
because
another
this
2
planning
hours. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, we all have things to do.
As much as I would like to.
I have a 20-slide presentation to get working on.
Yeah.
Good luck. But yeah, thank you, and everybody who's been watching. Hope you've been enjoying.
It's been great hanging out with everyone. Great performing with you guys. So,
Yep.
a little parting words for me. It's like, honestly, go ahead and be kooky and get into weird mystical shit or whatever. It's like, life is short, reality is fake. Fuck the haters. Go be a warlock. You deserve it.
Be sure to make like a polite werewolf. Like and subscribe.
Okay, so please follow us on Twitch. We are trying to get to 50 followers. We are really close to that. Like, I can taste it close. When we hit to 50 followers, we are going to be giving a beginner box giveaway. If you are watching this later on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe so we know you've enjoyed this. Again, next week we are having a Q&A after the episode. We will probably end the episode a little bit early for that Q&A so people don't have to rush off immediately. If you have questions, email them to thebonusroll@gmail or tweet them to @bonusroll on Twitter. Again, there will be no episode on December 1st. I will unfortunately be traveling and unable to run a game then. I hope you all have a great week. Holy nightmares, I have been looking forward to this. I blew at least 3 of y'all minds, I think.
Yep.
At least one of y'all was going, what is going on, too. So I'm pretty good on that, too.
Yeah, to be fair, I had suspicions. It's like,
And
but
Rail made a new enemy.
has he? Has he though?
For your notebook.
Wow. Yep. Number
There
1,
was-
Asaf. 2, Kerall.
There was a lot of lore that got dropped in this, and a lot of subtle stuff that happened. I can't wait to see how y'all go about doing this and what y'all can find out and stuff like that. So, I'm excited about next week. I hope y'all are excited about next week. Everyone, thank you for watching us. Have a great week, everyone. I'll see y'all on Sunday.
All right.
Uh,
Take
Have
care.
a good one. It's like,